Discretion is advised.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Geeking Out. I'm yours truly, the Datebiter, here for another Geeking Out frickin' stream. And I'm here with my boy, Gabriel Cruz. How you doing, my
everybody?
boy?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. Hello, everyone out there in Geeking Out in Toyland.
You mean Hot Toys Land?
Oh, sorry, Hot Toy
Land.
Land. I don't think that's going to
Hot
go
Toy
well
Galaxy.
with the. I don't think that goes well with the Babes in Toyland, because then it's like Babes in Hot Toyland. Sounds weird.
Hey guys, welcome everybody. I know this is kind of like a bit of a surprise stream. Not really expecting much today, but what we want to try and do today is share with you guys what we want to do for the channel, and then our plans for this project, this pretty much passion project we've got going on. We've been trying to get rolling for quite some time. Since 2019.
I mean, I would say, Nat, technically you've been at it since the end of 2018. End of 2018 is when your concept, like, you really had a good concept down.
That's right. That's when I wrote the first scripts for 2018.
I think you wrote episode 1 and 2, and then that's when we started collaborating on it. So
yeah. And
this is for, what's the project?
Miniature Heroes.
Miniature Heroes.
That's right. Is that what we're gonna go with? Is that what we're gonna go with for the theme song? Miniature Heroes.
Well, that's part of it.
Kind of like G.I. Joe.
It's gonna be one of the seasons. Will definitely have like a G.I. Joe, early '90s feel to the intro, especially that. So, and that's one of the things we talked about. We talked about an anime style opening, but of course everything is with the Hot Toys. So it's gonna be an interesting ride. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So hello everybody who has joined us. I don't know who Toy Mafia is in Punisher.
Toy Mafia, as my boy Punisher as well. Toy Mafia has always been on the channel. He's always enjoying what we were putting out, and he's always popping up. He's always like literally one of the first ones on the street.
Toy Mafia.
Toy Mafia. Whenever I go to the comments, his name is like literally one of the first, and then his exotic car toys.
So what you're telling me is that the Mafia has started controlling the opening of your streams?
No, absolutely not, man. I'm not affiliated with the Mafia. Why do you feel this way, sir?
I don't know.
Have no affiliation with the Mafia. But anyway, let's get into discussion about what we were planning. So pretty much, Miniature Heroes. It's something that I've been writing since 2018. It's a project that I really wanted to start getting into for quite a while.
You got the logo?
Oh yeah, the logo. Let's pull that up.
Show them the logo real quick.
Yeah, the logo. Let me see. Is the logo over at the BTS images?
It should be. If not, then on the video, it's definitely in the video, like in the very beginning. So if you just even wanted to pause it for the guess that toy video that went live, or that's going live in 10 minutes. So
well, I go live as we're watching it. So that's pretty much a bit of the plan. But it won't be live just yet. I'm pretty much gonna make it live once we're watching it.
Yeah.
So there you go. I got it right here. So
okay.
Let me just get this thing right here. Okay, cool. So I'll leave it right there, and then zoom in because let me see. I do have the logo on my messenger, so I think we could do that too if you want. I don't
care if you want to pull it. I'm just saying it would be a good reference for people to sort of get an idea, a very limited idea of what Miniature Heroes is based off of just the logo.
Okay, but Gabe, explain yourself. to
explain
the
myself?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
explain yourself. Introduce yourself to the viewers. Like, what are you bringing to the table with Miniature Heroes?
So with Miniature Heroes, and some of you have seen me on the Geeking Out before with Nate and Dom.
Donnie Prime, yeah.
Don. So I've been on with both of them a couple of times, and I'm a film guy. So my actual career and focus is in film and television. I work as a independent director and producer on small indie stuff that's mostly affiliated with myself, like with Nat, on a few other little projects here and there, and then I work with the 479 Film Union in Atlanta, Georgia, as a on-set electrician. I've also gaffed, I've cam-opped, I've first AC'd, or first assistant camera, I've PA'd, I've AD'd, which is assistant directing. Film is just my world. So that's where most of my focus is. While Nat sits here and spends all of his money on Hot Toys, I spend all of my money on camera equipment and lights. So... yeah, which is where this collaboration.
So far.
Which
is
where the
if you guys were
comes
wondering, the Miniature Heroes will be mostly based on one to scale figures. Most of them will be Hot Toys. So that's what's the very key thing we wanted to do. Nathan is on hardest working man in scale collecting and coverage right here.
Right. And then Anakin's twin popped in.
Oh yeah, Anakin twins always popping in, man. So if you guys have any questions about the projects, let me know. We are open to answer them as we're talking about it. I'm actually going to pull up the logo. There you go, Miniature freaking Heroes, right there.
Miniature Heroes. I think you need to zoom in on it.
I'm going to zoom in. I am going to zoom in.
Well, you better.
There you go.
There you go.
Miniature Heroes.
And there is a Facebook page for it and everything, all set up already. So if you guys want to go and join that over at, I think is it Miniature Hero? I'll put it in the description or something later, or in the chat, just so everybody can go and see it. But yeah, that's the logo, and I'm sure our very smart and intelligent audience can pick up who some of our key characters are just based off of the logo. I think that is all of our
those are all the main characters. Those are all the main characters as of right now. We pretty much finished the script. They finished the first season as far as scripts are concerned. Right. Up to episode 8, correct? It was 8 episodes. Yeah. And then we finished it on March 2019, I think. I think it was March 2019.
Was it March? It's been a while. It's been a while since we finished the scripts. And there's even been updates to the scripts just because of some of the new canon and lore that's come out. But we are don't get this wrong. This is a parody in a lot of respects. So we are making up our own lore, especially since we're using Hot Toys. So there is a combination of things that are getting thrown together. I'm trying to be as broad as possible in my description because I don't want to give a lot away. Me and Nat are very excited about the storyline, and where it can go. And Anakin, thank you very much for liking the logo. I spent a good bit of time.
Yeah, Gabe did the logo. This is his personal thing that he did for Miniature Heroes, and I always loved this logo. I thought that it screams out what we were really working with.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like I said, like if you're pretty much knowing about your geek culture and certain characters, you can notice there's these are the main characters that are going to be part of Miniature Heroes for the first season, pretty much, and then see how things progress for the next few seasons.
Yeah. The goal is to go into. I don't know, at least I would like to at least finish 3 seasons.
Yeah, originally
I would
when
like
I first
to originally do at least 3.
When I first originally did the project, I did the concept for 3 seasons, and I had written up the first 5 episodes, or
Right.
first 3 or 5 episodes, and then I hit up Gabe, and they were like, "Gabe, you want to do this?" And the game was like, "How about 8 seasons?" I'm like, "Are you out of your damn mind?"
No. It didn't just originally go into like, how about 8 seasons? It started off with the 3, and we talked about the progress, and then ideas started popping up for a 4th season, and then a 5th season, and that was like, oh my gosh, we got 5 seasons. This is ridiculous. And I was like, wait a minute, Nat. But what if there was more? And we just started outlining to a 6th, and then a 7th, and then an 8th. So if the show continues to do very well, popularity wise, fundraising wise, because we do have a good group of professionals that are right now just helping us out. But if we're going to continue this as a show, we need to be able to pay professionals to be able to continue to do the work that they do, because these are people that I know personally who work in the film industry, and they are worth at least giving some sort of compensation, financial compensation. So if we do well enough to where we can fundraise, and if maybe a certain mouse-eared company wants to just go ahead and buy the show, we have enough storyline to go into 8 seasons. But if we only get up to 3, I'm going to be very happy with that.
Yeah,
very, very.
No, well, we planned with 3, but I know people when they hear fundraising, no, this ain't going to be a fundraising campaign at the moment.
No, not right now. Not right now, especially.
Not right now. What we plan on doing is, when we have the product out there, and as things progress, we are going to, start having patrons and join buttons and all that for the channel. That's why I haven't done anything, as far as Patreon or join buttons. Probably a lot of people have been asking themselves, like, why Nate doesn't have the join buttons or like other channels do. Because I want to put out a product that people will enjoy. And if you guys want to keep supporting that product, then, then we'll have options out there for y'all.
Right. Yeah, I completely agree. It's let's make sure we have something to give you guys first before we start even trying to ask for financial assistance. And by the way, Nat, you already do a kick-ass job with the streaming that you already got going on. I mean, how many people? Is it 14?
Yeah, it's only
1,500 subscribers are
1,500
supporting
subscribers.
You? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Sorry, my PA had to give me my coffee. PA is production assistant for all of you out there.
Are we gonna? Are we playing? When's the trailer dropping? Rob Swallow.
Where's the trailer?
My boy,
Swallow.
Rob Swallow, right here, man. Oh man.
In 2 minutes, there's gonna be a preview. The trailer is gonna take a little bit longer because we actually have to shoot all of the footage for episodes before we can start dropping the trailer. But there is a preview. And we're going to be working on more as we go. And you guys can see at least the quality of work that we're trying to start off with. This is my first attempt for getting to try to do a proof of concept of the quality of work that we can put out first. Next is going to be the quality of special effects. So next is to take the video you're about to see, green screen it, and try to put it in our own world. And show that we can actually do effects work, and blend it all together and make it look even better. And this is all about miniature heroes, all with just toys. Every single solitary thing is toys.
Yep, like the one you see right here.
That'll be in there somewhere.
This will be in there somewhere. So, this is the Neon Tech War Machine 2.0. Didn't even plan on having this in the show, but if it's in my collection, it will be in the show.
Oh, it's if it's in your Nat. How many figures you got nowadays?
How many? Damn. Okay, so I got 70 pre-orders, right? But that's pre-orders. But as far as like what I have here, I lost count. I lost count of how many I have. I got to redo accounting. But I think I got 70 as of right now. 70 Hot Toys as of right now displayed.
Whoa.
But most of them are Star Wars. That's the funny thing.
So, well, Okay, Big Dog One just Big Dog
Wait,
Pound
okay,
One just asked.
wait. Before we continue,
What?
Darth Drez, what up, my boy?
Sweet. Yep.
Drez, what up, man? Big Dog Pound One, what's up? I want to make sure we got everybody here. Okay, cool. So, answer Big Dog Pound One's thingamajiggy.
The logo, Miniature Heroes, is a episodic narrative show that will be on YouTube and, of course, airing through other platforms. That follows some of the heroes, hint in the logo of who those heroes are. Heroes. That are featured with our 1/6 scale figures that Nat has. So there is an adventure that happens. There's comedy that gets thrown out there. I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to give away the story. But we are shooting this whole series cinematically as if, well, pretty much plain and simple. We're shooting it as professionally as possible and trying to make it to where when you look at certain angles of the show, you're guessing whether or not that's a toy. That's the goal, is to make it to where it doesn't look like they're toys in a show, but that these are the actual people in a way. And we're stealing from a lot of different techniques and things within the industry to just try to bring you some fun entertainment with our own storyline based off of characters that we love. And again, all 1/6 scale figures. So Deadpool, Loki is not, do you have a Loki?
I will.
He will. Okay.
I will.
So any pre-purchase figures, pre-orders, any pre-orders that Nat has will be characters that will be coming into the show at a certain point. But Deadpool is definitely there. We'll say that. Iron Man is in there. Yes, that's true. Bail Organa.
Even though, oh my god, drink. I didn't get twins. I can't drink because I'll be working tonight. But if Hot Toys ever decides they want to do a Bail Organa, we might throw him in at one point. But I don't think Hot Toys will ever do a Bail Organa. That's never going to happen. We're going to see a Lobot. And Lando.
Yeah,
okay?
Anakin
Lando's available. But what's up?
Anakin Twin asked about, are you saving a spot on your shelf for Lobot? I'm hoping there's going to be a Lobot in the show. That's definitely for sure.
Wait, you didn't... Oh, Sarah's
on there. Hey, baby.
You didn't ask Catherine, a.k.a. Loki, to act?
Remember, there are things where we're going to ask the kids to come in and do their own little bits. So, there's...
Ooh, look, Spider-Man, he got one.
Yep, we got another one. Spider-Man's in there.
Yep.
Don't worry, babe. The kids will have the kids are gonna have their bits in there. Trust me. So there's a lot of plans I can't go public with. Some people know some of the insider trading and the behind the scenes, and some people don't. But Nat, it is 5:48. Should we show the preview?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
he's
yet.
holding it.
I think we got more questions. I think we got more questions we got to answer.
Okay.
Rob Swallow, right here.
Stop motion. That is a very good question. For the majority of it, no. We will be using stop motion in certain aspects to help sell just movement. I've even looked into technology that takes stop motion at 12 and 16 frames a second and doubles it to where it becomes 24 frames a second, which is our standard frames per second in cinema and movies. Or at the 16 frames a second, bumps it up to 32, which is a little bit above 30. But it smooths out those movements that you get when you double the frame rates. And it adds in, it's an AI, so it's an artificial intelligence that will do that and make it look as if it's not stop motion. So we're going to be experimenting with some of these things as we go along. Some of you who might have seen me with Gundam figures, or if you go to the Facebook Miniature Heroes, you'll see some of the Gundam figures. Those are what I've been using for like test shots and just photos, lighting, working with more toys, how to prop things up. So some stop motion, but not completely. We'll be borrowing other animation types of cheating to sell the cinematic looks plus movement with the cameras.
And another thing I wanted to bring up, Big Dal Pound got a good question, but we're going to answer that in a minute. The one thing I also want to bring up, because people have been asking me as of late, like, what is it? What is the feel for it? So, imagine Star Wars Detours meets Robot Chicken.
But not as corny as Robot Chicken.
But not as corny,
how
though.
It looks.
And if
Robot Chicken is very bright.
And if you guys are familiar with Star Wars Detours, they only show the previews of it. And it's kind of like, these characters together, just having fun and just telling these stories. There we go, Red versus Blue. That's a good one. I didn't even think about that. Wow, yeah.
Yeah. I could see some of the shenanigans. I didn't watch as much Red versus Blue, so Nat, can you tell me, is there actually like a linear storyline with Red versus Blue?
Oh yeah, it's still going. Oh. It's still going to this day. It tells a story about these. You guys can watch it, but it's a whole bunch of Master Chiefs just freaking, in layman's terms, a bunch of all these Master Chiefs just battling out for supremacy on Blood Gulch, and then it just moves over to something else. Wait, what happened? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, okay. The audio went out on Gabe.
On my end, yeah. Okay, I blew my nose. I didn't want everybody to blow. Let's see. Are you guys going to rent out a studio to shoot this? I would love to rent out a studio. Cole just jumped on.
Oh my God, Cole, you want to come in? I'll bring you in for a minute.
Cole's one of our actors, one of our voice actors. Let's see. I would love to rent out a studio space. There are a couple of studios in Atlanta, smaller end studios that I'm in communication with. If not, because everything is 1/6 scale and even our sets are 1/6 scale, we should be able to shoot it within like a living room if there's nobody else. Like if we don't have the ability to get into a studio. If not a living room, then maybe a garage and just use that as studio space.
We are creating a 1/6 scale set.
It's commissioned. It's being made now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are what's called in production. We are in pre-production. We are scripts are finished. Voice acting is getting finished off in the next couple of months. All of that goes over to our sound mixer. They're throwing everything together so that all the dialogue is nice and clear, and then we put in we'll take that and then go into shot listing and pre-visualization through a program called Cinetracer. And then once we have all of our shots, then we go to principal photography and we end up shooting wherever we're able to. Again, I love to shoot in a studio. That would be amazing. Will we do using
it will help out the toys too. It will help out with the toys as well because the figures, they don't do well with heat. We all know that. So
no, temperature control to make sure that Nat's figures don't get ruined, and plus temperature control is always better for film equipment as well. So, and all the film equipment comes with me. I have all the lights and the camera. In fact, the camera that I'm shooting on right now is the camera we'll be using. Do you
want to show it?
Sure. If you want to do the behind the scenes cam.
Yeah, behind the scenes cam. Here it comes, everybody.
That's behind the. Oh, geez, it's all lines. Oh, John Lover, thank you very much for the
John Lover with the $2.
Full design tree. What is it? What does he say? Show full design tree you guys wear with full screen. Design tree. Design tee. Oh, the t-shirts.
Oh, the t-shirts. The t-shirts we got.
Oh, I've got on a.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you first. I'm gonna show you first.
Oh, I've got on my work shirt, meaning I don't care if I mess this one up, and everybody should understand why.
Wow, look at that. Oh, the
Everyone
Force Awakens.
Should understand why.
No, this is the Last Jedi. Is that the Last Jedi?
Yeah.
That's the Last Jedi. Yeah.
And I do not care if I get this thing messed up.
And then, as for me, here's mine. This is a Deadpool shirt I had since forever. So here it is.
Ooh.
My boy Deadpool in his darker moments. He's not as wild. But speaking of Deadpool, Deadpool has entered the fray. My boy.
New challengers entered the match.
The editor.
This is the
What's going on, guys?
This is Cole for our voice of Deadpool. Say hello, my boy.
And let's just be honest. I got picked for personality, not for the voice for Deadpool.
No, that's 100% accurate. I can confirm. I can confirm. He wasn't picked because he sounds like Ryan Reynolds. He was picked because his
not even close.
His personality fits it a lot better. So here's my this little camera right here is my behind the scenes, and as you can see, this is our main camera that we are using with one of my cinema lenses, a 28mm. I've got that currently attached to one of my C stands, and vacuum and stuff. Just things to keep stuff tidy. Let's see, over here I've got my light control. This is pretty much everything any light that I need to control whatsoever on set. I can do it through here. You can see I can turn the red light off, red light on. Everything's aperture lights, so that's really nice to have.
You can send some of that my way, whenever you feel.
Say what? Say what, Cole?
You can some of that knowledge and tech over this way.
Oh,
yeah. Where's my one little $5 light?
This is taking a while for me to get everything together. That's for sure. All right, let's. Do you want to see the little stage right now for where I was shooting?
I would love to see it. I've never seen it.
Want to cut this off? We want to cut this off first. The feed first. This one here, and then when
Which
you get
one?
there, then you the behind the scenes.
Oh,
camera.
you want to cut this one off?
Yeah. Then when you get there, I'll put it back on.
Sure. Okay, but I gotta take this out of my head. So.
All right, there you go. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm walking.
So, Cole, man. So yeah, guys. This Cole right here, my boy Cole. He's the voice of Deadpool, and he will be finishing up actually his last script on the 31st.
Yep, 31st. I can't wait. Honestly, this has been almost a year and a half for us doing all this. Literally the pandemic shut everything down. Yeah. I remember before Georgia shut down statewide, we had just gone over with everybody, the entire cast for the table read for at least the first 6 scripts. So that was crazy. Now we're finally getting on the last recording of the audio works at least. Oh, wow.
That's Gabe's setup for some of the behind the scenes stuff he's been working on.
Nice.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of it yet.
So you're actually we're gonna show a video in a minute. Rob Swallow's asking, is Deadpool the main character? He is one of the main characters, but he is pretty much in every episode.
Yep. Little bit. Me and Spidey are practically in every one of them, but it's not centered around just us. It's kind of like Heroes, where it's balanced with each character. They have a lot more development with everybody too, so it's not just totally focused on me.
So Facebook users asking, don't forget to break the fourth wall with Deadpool. Okay, Cole, tell me, your honest opinion.
At least twice an episode.
Twice an episode?
I got to go back through it, but just in the last few months of me doing recordings, I have broken my voice to the point where the last session we did for episode 7, I wasn't able to talk for a good almost a week and a half, 2 weeks. Much less sing, so yeah. There's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of breaking fourth wall. There's a lot of Deadpool-esque, centric themes. So they've kept in the writing department very to character what he is.
So Gabe is over here showing off the ACT. This is one of the props that we will be using for the actual Miniature Hero show. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Gabe did a lot of the battle damage work with it. So
all the coloration and everything is done Like I painted.
God, that is sick.
Yeah. So originally, this doesn't look this battle damaged. Okay.
No, it's very plain.
The original one is very clean. The original ACT is very clean. But Gabe was like, "Can I just battle damage it up?" He's like, "Do it, do it,
do it up."
Yeah. And here's one of my my favorite lights is right here, buddy.
This one right here, the one that
this one right here, this light.
Oh.
Check this out. Hold on, let's do.
I think I was graced with that presence at least once. Like when you first got it, you talked about it.
No, I just got these.
Oh, you just got that one? Oh man, you got one even more advanced than the one I last saw.
Party lights.
Party lights.
Yeah.
Play that last song.
This is all being controlled through my app. So.
Brilliant.
Let's see. Full color spectrum. Regular RGB. And these are all aperture lights. So everything and anything I want to do with it. Almost every fixture. There's only one set of lights that are not aperture, and those are our cube lights. So, all right, I'm moving back to the nice cam, Nat.
Okay, cool. Will C is in the house. Will frickin' C, what's up, buddy? He's that's my boy right there. I got a lot of boys in here.
It's your other boy.
That's my other boy. And then, this is my other boy here too. Single songwriter. At. I've always said at. You know, here's the thing though, dude. I think we do have a moment where we're just having issues trying to figure out the name of the freaking the at as we're doing the.
Well, there's different models, is there not, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, there is different models. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The AT-AT and the AT-ACT are the two main four-legged walkers. Until you get into the what is it? The New Order.
Yeah, you got the gorilla version.
Yeah, no, we don't deal with that.
I mean, I like the mech. The mech is cool, but it's just the storyline.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it because literally once we get into talking about a sequel trilogy, then we get into this freaking political rant. Okay, I don't want this. This is the worst group of people on this stream to get into that.
He knows who's on his stream right now.
What's up? Do we have any? I didn't know. I couldn't see if anybody else had any other questions regarding stuff.
Okay. Oh, Anakin Twins got a good one here.
Okay. I've been dealing with my kids, so probably missed you saying what kind of time frame are we looking at? So next couple months is finishing up dialogue recordings. I am hoping to be at principal photography, meaning that we have the set ready to go by the fall. So hopefully the fall. Wait, there were sequels? Oh,
yeah. Oh, wait, what? There were sequels?
I mean, yes, they're called books, and they were amazing. The sequel books were amazing. Okay, the New Jedi Order.
He got it.
They're all over there. All these books. These are all. And
then there were the Marvel comics that came out just before the sequel trilogy hit. So
no, I have all the Dark Horse. I have so many Dark Horse comics before. Yeah, right.
Oh, hey, Cole. We do have veterans that do watch our channel. So I just wanted to let them know that you were prior Navy, correct?
Oh yeah. Prior CB, 5 years active duty, and got out in 2014, and then I re-enlisted a few years ago. Which long story with that, but yeah. So I came out just doing extraction battalion. I was with 74 for practically my entire time enlisted. So I just did my term, and that's it.
And then, again, thank you for your service. No. I appreciate that.
I was with the 501st under
501st. Oh, hell yeah.
Under General Anakin Skywalker.
Under Captain Rex.
There was a couple of dark days. Days.
Well, there are always dark days. There was never not a dark day.
Those helmets make everything dark because you just can't see out of them. That's
just a sliver of light for each day.
Cole, because you are, you're our Deadpool. How do you feel about the 8 scripts that you've pretty much, 7 scripts. The F script we're actually going to finish up with you on the 31st of this month. But how you felt after going through 7
there
scripts?
There was not a page where we didn't have to stop recording for a second to burst out in tears laughing. We had to. I remember there was one day. The session was supposed to take about maybe 20-30 minutes. Short episode. This went on longer than the rest by about 3.5 hours, just because all 3 of us were sitting there like trying to add things to what the character would do, to just adding extra sounds, extra strings, extra just verbiage. I think mainly the ad libs to the character are the only thing that supersedes the script itself.
That's probably the big one right there. That's the real one that makes us keep doing more takes. So me and Nat as directors, because Nat and I are co-directing. I focus more on the visual side and some of the acting, and then Nat definitely focuses on the figures and the acting. So when it came down to it, we're not very strict about the dialogue that the actors have to say. As long as the story is still in the progression that we want it, let the actor do what the actor does. That's my opinion about it. Let them be them.
That's true.
Let them embody the character and let them bring out what they feel the character
most appreciated, by the way.
Yeah. Yes. So, you do you, boo boo.
Thanks, honey. Thank you so much. This also gets them away too. Wait, hold on. It's one of those things too, where like if anything goes wrong, if y'all have a complaint about the character at all, it's all my fault.
It is his fault.
It's just the way.
It's
never gonna be like, it's on Gabe for script writing.
No, I will say this though. If anything goes dark within the episodes, I'm blaming Gabe.
What do you mean if it goes dark? Like
Deadpool goes... dark. Like Deadpool dark.
Yeah,
like
okay,
Deadpool
all right.
Goes,
no, that is my fault. Yep, that is my fault.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You have to explain that a little bit to me.
No,
because I've never. I'm trying to think back. I'm like, wait, hold on. What is like dark? It's mostly just comedy for me. I guess because my humor is also really, really dark, so I don't have that gauge anymore. It's like I've taken that medicine so much now it's not effective in my body. So maybe I'm just not registering certain moments. We'll have to talk like off camera about it.
Do we have body counts?
I
can't answer that. I'm gonna let y'all do it.
Yeah, I feel like this is one where you'll have to watch the show. You'll have to watch the show when it airs.
So I think with the first season, we're trying to. In the later seasons, we will develop a lot more body counts because it gets a lot darker for the story. Right. But the first season is pretty much setting up the characters and setting up the story, and pretty much keep things uplifting. Kind of like how everybody's like all good and stuff. Kind of like New Hope. Everybody's yes, victory, yes. But then we get to the Empire Strikes Back, and then we start getting darker times, and it does get dark for some of the characters for the seasons after the first one.
I am holding my tongue. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the story that we've created. That Nat really a lot of I gotta give a lot of credit to Nat because this is his storyline starting off.
I will say too, this is one of those. It's not one of those. It's not a Simpsons episode, so it's not like everything that happens is going to stay canon. When there is a loss, there is a loss for the rest of it, and there's a point for it in the story. I'll say that much.
It's canon within our storyline.
Right.
Within we have our own canon because it is all toys.
Right.
And we are.
As far as in our universe, in our storytelling, it's not like the next week everything's going to revert back to a central core. No, it's going to follow along a linear path. So.
No,
yeah, that's what I meant.
What's up, Geeking Out and crew chat? What character do you voice, Meister?
This guy voices.
Well, as for me, I'm not. I'm just the writer and director, so I didn't really do any voices for this project. My brother did. Gabe did. He's looking to do some voices as well, and then we got Cole here. We got a lot of good talent with the voices. As far as for me, I'm just sticking to the story. That's all.
Cole is our Deadpool. Cole is Deadpool. As far as voice acting goes, I play. Can I say who I play, Nat, or do you want to hold that?
No. Go ahead. Go.
I play Tarkin and or Red Skull, and I will let you guys think about that because it's a again, the storyline is very, very interesting. Yeah. So those are the two.
It jumpers around everybody from Marvel to Star Wars to like there's other people in there that are not related to any properties that I've seen in the script. I'm like, man, they're in for a trip. I can't wait to go here because I just want to see people's reactions. Like, who the hell's all in this again? What are we doing?
Strong language
or E-rated for everyone.
So, I guess we can put this out there. Is that as far as on YouTube, on main social media, it's going to be, I guess, NY17 or sorry 14 NY14 is the rating. So
we're rated T for
young
teen.
Adult. Teen.
We will have bleep moments.
There will be bleep moments, yes. But any foul language, there will be an uncensored version on Patreon.
Yes, on Patreon.
So when we and our plan is to technically, okay, so the Patreon is not to just like say, hey, you guys give us all the money just so you can watch this. No, even if you don't watch it, watch the or contribute to the Patreon, we will make the uncensored versions available for watching. It will just be at a later date from when we originally air. So our goal is to not hog everything and say give us all your monies. It's we would like the monies, and that will definitely help us pay our talent and those who help us work on it. But otherwise, my discussion with Nat, and I'm pretty sure he still agrees with me, is that everything is still available for everybody. It just depends on what time it comes out. Plain and simple. Yeah, we don't want to be very stingy about it. Now, if again the Big Eared Mouse Company comes along and says, "Hey guys," and this is where we like cross all the fingers and toes. Hey guys, we want to go ahead and give you guys a budget and put this on Disney Plus or something, then things will definitely change, but there will always be the YouTube versions.
Yeah, the thing is, the way we're developing the characters, the reason why we want to keep it in a certain rating where Disney, when they look at it, they're like, if that does happen, like we either we send it out or they're interested in it, they can work with it. Right. And they could, add their points to it if they wanted to or something like that. Either way, like it can work within their universe if they wanted to. And, that's pretty much what we're looking for. But like I said, the uncensored versions will be available as well, but only for, in the beginning, the Patreon, those who contribute to the Patreon, they will have access to the behind the scenes first and all these goodies we're going to have for you guys once we just get the rolling. Let me see. But I did want to share you guys some of the pictures that we had from the behind the scenes. So,
shoot.
This is our boy Ro Jones. He plays pretty much, if you can see right there, the Hot Toy version of Boba Fett, The Empire Strikes Back.
Love his character. And Ro is an amazing actor.
Amazing.
Like,
and I'm going too close.
Yeah, what are you doing?
There you go. Perfect. That's better. Okay, cool. That's better.
Yeah.
He thought he could get through the clothes the closer he went into the shirt. He was ready for it.
Well, don't give it away. Don't give it away. You know how many hits.
Okay.
But yes. Ro is an amazing actor. Like even if he's not just doing voice acting, he's an amazing actor. Are you using any third party or all the figures licensed? So,
oh boy,
licensing wise, here's the very interesting thing about the licenses. They are privately owned figures. So, and because we are a parody, we are very much so skirting the copyright line. parity wise, we should be okay, as long as, and we're even in the understanding through the attorneys and stuff that I've talked to, we should be okay as long as we stay within parity, and it's comedy related, and the likeness we can supposedly get away with because they are figures that are already licensed to another company. They're just owned by Nate.
Yeah.
So because they are owned figures, he bought them. They are purchased. They are his figures. And you can shoot whatever you want using your figures. Now, if there is an attorney out there that can correct me on that, then please do so, because I need to know these things. But as far as what we have our understanding with at this moment, because we are in parity, we are not licensed by anybody, and we plan on not making profit, we should be okay.
As far as like Penny's asking, hey Penny, how you doing? Are you using any third party, or all the figures are licensed? So the Hottoys are going to be licensed. 3-0 figures are going to be licensed. I will be if the figures are available, that we want to use for the show for Ministry Heroes. We will be picking out certain characters from third party licensors as well. Just depending on the story. Like, let's say the third party company that came out with the pre-orders for the White Wolf, from Netflix with The Witcher. We can use. Yeah, we can use that. We can use that figure if we want to use him for the show.
I got you. Penny also just like expanded upon that more. Yeah, okay. You're using Blind Vigilante or whatever. I got you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it should be fine as long as it's owned by Nat. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be able to use it. It's a collector's item, so.
So I have several third party figures that aren't licensed, and maybe, but most of my figures are Hottoys and 3-0, and then Sideshow.
Right.
So guys, as you were saying, game about Ro.
I just like him as an actor.
Yeah,
I think he's an amazing actor. Even if it's not just voice acting, I've seen him do a little bit of live action stuff, and he's a really good actor.
My bad, guys. I'm just trying to fix up my freaking. There you go. That's better. Better. There you go.
So Cole, I've known for a long time. Him and I used to do acting back in high school. So.
Oh, look at my boy, Steven Bautista.
Yeah. You guys, if you guys are over on I think Cole froze, but if you guys are over at the Geekin' Out Cafe, you'll see Steve do a lot of the Pokemon Rip stuff. And that's his main shtick, and he is playing our Spider-Man, which I'm very happy about. Lissa, you know what, Nat? I think I just want to leave it as is. I don't want to really explain how she's playing.
We lost
Iron
Cole.
Man. Yeah.
Take it easy, Cole. If he comes back, he has to come back. He has the link. But I think we can show the cast, but we don't have to delve into it as too deep into the story.
We'll let you guys try to figure some stuff out. I'm sure you guys you're a smart audience. Our audience. You guys are smart. You guys and gals are smart. I'm pretty sure you guys can. You peeps can figure it out. Our Darth Vader. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Another good actor.
Dude, I gotta tell you the story. All right, so and if I could tell the story without messing up the damn mouse. Oh my god.
Just leave it there. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's good. He's got a haircut. No, what are you doing?
Well, what was that? What was that moment in? Was it a movie where it kept zooming in, and then
there's a lot of movies with whip zooms. Yeah. There's a lot of movies with whip zooms.
From Ireland.
Copper from Ireland.
Wow, and he got the Nazgul as a
nice.
The personal picture.
Yeah. Nice. Love it.
So Kenneth Nance Jr. This is my boy right here. We've been working together for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I've always tried to bring him in for projects. Whenever project I do, I always try to bring him in. And my boy right here, he got himself a voice, man. And when we were working on
register,
yeah. At the time, I was playing the voice of Darth Vader because just for the table read. The table read.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't get to hear the voice of Darth Vader for our show until Kenneth came in within 30 minutes till the table read was over.
Right.
And he came in for the last episode.
Right.
And everybody was like, "Oh my god." Like the voice of a freaking god, man.
Well, he's got that. He has a deeper register. So that James Earl Jones-ness is just that style. He's very much so able to replicate a Vader. And then with our sound engineer Justin Korn, who will be he'll be adding in all the Vader breathing and things like that. It just one of the days he put it together a little sample of it, and it's amazing. It makes us geek out, huh?
Yeah. So that's another thing. We also did talk about like we are going to have our own channel for Miniature Heroes.
Yeah.
As far as uploading is concerned.
Yeah.
So Jim E. Jones.
No worries, Cole. Cole says his internet went out.
I actually sent him another link, so we'll see if he wants to pop in. But yeah, Kenneth Nance Jr. He got himself a voice that can really work it out. And if you guys are aware of the Darth Vader hot toy here, just let me know which one is he holding, because it's one of my favorites.
It's one of his favorites out of the 30 that he has.
Come on, I got five Darth Vaders. Yeah, I got
escalated quick.
Sorry,
four.
I had to count though. I had to count real quick. So out of the 5 Darth Vaders, which one is the one that he's holding?
Definitely 4.
Actually, let me see. I can zoom in a little bit. There you go. That's pretty much.
Nat, we are at 6:22. We originally said this was going to be 30 minutes. I gotta go get dinner soon. we gotta move it along. As much as I love the Q&As, guys, we gotta move it along just because I gotta do dinner for the fam. So.
Okay. Actually, we'll watch the video, and if you need to step back,
bounce.
I'll just continue with the stream. Just talk. If Cole wants to pop in, then we'll talk more about it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do the video. So this is the preview of how things are gonna look. A little test and preview, and just testing out some of the lenses and the lighting, how stuff might look in Miniature Heroes. So go ahead and cue it when you're ready, Nat.
Yep, working on it right now. I have the video right here. I'll work on it. So yeah, guys, like Gabe said, this is just a pretty much preview of the quality that you'll be seeing from the production. And Gabe's been trying to get this rolling with me for quite a while, so I'm like, yeah, let's get it done.
The next bit is doing a live stream with Nat coming over and us shooting some footage with the figures. So outside of me doing some special effects footage, plates.
All right, let's get this rolling. So you ready?
Yeah, go.
All right. Love the choice of music.
Oh, thanks. It's royalty free. It's royalty free as long as I go ahead and put a titling at the end. And of course, if you want to see the higher end quality, the video is live now on Miniature Heroes. You guys can open up a new browser or something and check it out. Look at that foot.
I love that walker, though. It's one of my favorite walkers. So how long did it take to get this done?
Shooting it took about an hour. Just trying to get the framing that I wanted, picking out the lens that I wanted to work with.
I love the dirt and grime you put in this, man.
Well, people will find out in the story in Miniature Heroes why there's so much dirt and grime and rust. So I can't wait to put actual blasters on those, like coming out of it. I think that's gonna be fun to do. There you go. Just a little preview. Let us know what you guys think, and definitely let us know what you think on the video itself, because I'm very much open to creative feedback here.
So Gabe, yeah. Before you go, tell us some of the behind the scenes that you've done with getting that project going. Camera wise,
if you guys rewind to this video a little bit earlier, you can definitely see a little bit of what my upstairs photography and video studio looks like for these miniatures. Also been doing some photography and video production stuff for other companies, but you can see what that looks like. We are using aperture lights. That's the Aperture 300D Mark II with a light dome on it and a small grid. I think a 40-degree grid with a full diffusion. There is my camera is the other aperture light is the Nova 300 C. Also aperture. Everything's pretty much aperture. all my lights. I can give you a full breakdown on those, but the camera wise, it is the Panasonic S5. On that one, I shot it at 4K, 420 10-bit. So not the widest color spectrum, but the most that I can get out of at least this camera at 60 frames a second. There is a small crop on that one when I go into the 4K sensor. And I was using a 70mm lens. It's a 70 to 210 Pentax classic vintage lens from the 1980s. So it gives a very distinctive look also to it. And that also has a macro focus function on it, which allowed me to get some of those really shallow depths of field to where like the legs in the background are out of focus, and I racked focus in certain frames. Put that on a tripod, and interestingly enough, the app for the figure allows you to program about 30 seconds worth of movement and like the blasting of the blasters or turning its head left or right. So I was able to put it on its own little track and then press play and record. So put that together.
Big Bothan one has a good question. Did you have to shoot multiple frames to make that AT-AT work and move?
So I shot it at 60 frames a second, which is not super slow-mo, but it is slow motion, technically. Shot it at 60 frames a second and then put it into a 24 frames per second timeline and cut the speed in half to give it more of a dramatic movement, so it felt like it took longer and had more of an impact in front of the camera. So that's the speed at which that walks is actually half the speed it walks in real life. And then I took the sound effects that was layered underneath it for the movement of the gears, and then that stomp, that bass on the stomp, and slowed that down by half so that it sounded as if the machine took longer, and then kept the pitch of the gears and the mechanisms and everything at the same. So everything is slowed down just to feel more impactful and more like it has weight. That's why I shot it at 60 frames a second. I could have gone, I think with my camera, I can go up to 120 frames a second at 1920 by 1080. So just under 2K standard definition. Or standard high definition, not ultra high definition. Or ultra high def, but just high definition 1080p. I can shoot up to 120 frames per second, but I felt like that would be too much in this case. So, yeah.
Oh,
it was a good question.
Well, the last question I'm probably going to ask you before you go. Well, for me anyway. So a lot of people are the one thing they're thinking about when it comes to toys, and then coming out, thinking about the miniature heroes in the show that we're talking about, describing here. People, are talking about, is it going to be, stop motion? How do you feel about that? Like, what are the reasons why we're not going to make it totally or completely a stop motion show?
Well, the big one is time. Stop motion takes a long time to do. Yes, you can get more movement out of it. You can get a lot of dynamic range out of things. Movement again. I guess it just really goes down to movement wise. But even if we only did 12 frames a second, that's every single pose. Even if there's multiple characters, every single pose, every single tiny movement that would match 12 frames has to be done that day just to take one picture. And then if we use the AI on top of that to double the frame rate, it'll help and cut down on time wise as how long it'll take to shoot. But the big one is just it takes a lot of time to do stop motion. Movies like Coraline or Kubo and the Six Strings. I've watched a lot of those, even the behind the scenes and stuff, just to figure out how everything got put together and how long it took. And for one small scene, that can be a team of 20 or 30 people getting everything ready and together, and we don't have that type of staff. And then when it comes to shooting it, they have a lot more tools at their disposal in order to make the movements feel the way that they're supposed to feel. But then there is also a distinctive look to stop motion. So stop motion has its own jerkiness in how its final format looks. It's not as smooth as reality, so to speak. And our goal is to tell the story, but make it feel closer to reality than it really is. I really want to be almost in those. I want to have those same moments like you do when you're watching like video game trailers nowadays, especially with like Forza or something, where you look at the car and you go, that's a fake car. That's not a real car. That looks like a Maserati going down a highway. That just looks real. The highway looks real. The color looks real. The wheels look real. I want to have those same moments in Miniature Heroes where you look at it and you go, wait, those are toys. Holy crap, those are just toys. Also, I guess there is a third reason, and it's the wear and tear on Nat's figures.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Stop motion would put a lot more wear and tear.
Yeah, one of the reasons why my main goal to buying these toys is I want to utilize them through the show to tell the story that I want to share with you guys, and I've been collecting quite a bit for the past 2 years, and I really want to tell the story. The only thing is that with stop motion, that continuous strain on toys, they these Hot Toys, you guys know, all the posing and stuff, it is going to put some wear and tear on them. Like as for me, like I don't really much care about the resale of these figures, honestly. But the thing is, I want them to look as best as possible through the project that we're going to do, and they're going to be in this project for about in the very beginning was 3 seasons, so that's what 2 or 3 years of working on this project. That's probably going to happen when we start production. I want these figures to last as long as the project does, unless I got to go and oh crap, we lost Vader's arm on this scene. I got to go buy another Vader. That's
why we got 5 Vaders.
That's why we got 5 Vaders.
That's why we got 5.
Actually,
there are some.
We got 6. We actually got 6 Vaders. Adam,
my bad.
My boy Adam Aguilar, he's been doing some of the battle damage for some of the figures that we have coming in for the show.
Right.
So Adam is pretty much very talented when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Damn, six Vaders.
6 Vaders. There are a few figures that Nat has gotten duplicates of just because he wants to make sure that, we even have body doubles for certain things. What was it? One of your Spider-Man figures had defects in it, and they just sent you a new body.
Yeah, that's the one thing about especially with the Spider-Man. Sometimes the paint applications, because the one thing I want to express to you guys: don't keep your figures inside the boxes, especially in the heated situations, because the paint applications are going to go all over the place, or some of the screws get mixed in, and it starts sticking on the fabric of the suit, and it starts deteriorating the suit. And that's why when I first got my Spider-Man, I'm like, crap, this is messed up. This ain't going to look great.
Right.
So I was able to get a replacement on it. Right. But anyway, Gabe, I know you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah. I will continue because I do want to go over the rest of the cast. And
okay.
Then,
you go over that. And if you guys have any more questions for me, please feel free to ask. I'll try to get back to you guys and comment on your questions, especially when it comes to production work, because that's my forte. Nat's forte, especially for the whole production, has been writing, directing as far as the acting, and then when we get into principal, posing. So making sure that the frame is what we've both already agreed upon, and then posing the figures and making sure it looks all nice. So he's going to be dealing with what's in front of our camera, and I'll be dealing with the camera and behind it. And that teaser, the preview of the ACT, that's only the beginning. That's about to come over soon, probably not next week, but the week after maybe. And he's going to bring some of the figures over. And we'll probably do a live stream when we're doing those figures and some of the videos and photos for those. So you guys can see even more of what we're putting together, because it's starting to get down to the wire there, Nat.
I know. I've been looking to try speed this up as quickly as possible, but the pandemic really pushed us back.
It did.
Nearly a year and a half.
Oh yeah. Especially for a small indie.
Yeah.
Big companies, they're able to pump out all that money and just say, hey, here's your PPE and stuff. Lights, camera, action. Surprisingly enough, we never say that. Just letting you guys know, we never really say that. It's sound speed, camera speed, and then the director will call action. We never call for the lights because the lights are already on. Lights are always on. I work in lighting. The lights are always on. So, yeah.
So, that's a tip you guys know now. Shoot.
Oh, you know what, Nat?
What's up?
I think there's one more thing I should show you before I ultimately head out.
Okay, I don't want to hold you too much.
Hold on.
I know you
No. One more thing. And this is. I think you're the geeking out and 1/6 collectors will definitely appreciate this. Hold on.
Gabe, come back. So yeah, guys, it's a little fun project. I'm looking forward to it. I just wish we got this out sooner. That's the thing. I wish we started working on the project sooner, but the pandemic really pushed us back. It sucks.
I can't remember if I showed you this.
I know what you're going to show. I know what you're talking about.
Well, everybody knows what these are, right? These are our slates for marking everything. I got a smaller one, of course, for the show, okay? Because everything's got to be 1/6 the scale. But then, I got a tiny one. I've got a tiny slate. Now it doesn't have the clapper on it, but that's okay because we don't need it. You don't need the clapper on the slate. You don't need that because we're not syncing sound. That's the biggest reason why you have those, is to sync the sound. that's recorded that day. But we don't need that, so we just got this tiny.
I'm thinking just Deadpool, just hat. I hope Deadpool. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. We're thinking of having Deadpool with this. Yeah,
Tiny.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, that's what we're thinking. Having Deadpool holding it.
I had to pick it up. I had to pick it up when I saw it because it was too perfect for the show. I mean, we have these. We have tiny lights. We have the big lights. The big lights are for lighting main scenes, but we have tiny lights that everything is still 1/6 the scale.
Even the sets.
The only thing we can't get 1/6 the scale is my camera. Because they don't make that's almost physically impossible with the amount of control that we want. But yeah. So we've got tiny slates. All right. I have to get out of here. Everybody, thank you very much for watching and contributing for today. I definitely wasn't expecting all of you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Join us over at Miniature Heroes over on Facebook. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the
comments.
There's the Miniature Heroes for the comments for Facebook. You'll see more updates as far as that one goes, and let us know what you guys are looking forward to. Nat, I will see you over here soon to do some more footage stuff.
Yeah, we will, man. As always, man. I love you 3000.
Love you 600.
This is the way.
I have spoken.
Aha. Later, bro.
Peace.
All right, guys. I'm back with all you. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will be going, more towards what showing the cast and stuff, and some of the figures that we had rolling earlier. Let me show that right now. So if you guys have any more questions, just comment them down below. Actually, let me see if I can fix this because I keep ruining. There you go. I think I fixed it now. I think I fixed it. So can I zoom in? There you go. Okay. No, you see, that's why it keeps doing that. So there's the Vader that we're using, and then there's Kenneth Nance, who is voicing our Darth Vader. Like I said, when he first came in to do the voice, that voice literally just shocked everybody on the table read. We didn't he was like the last man in to come with us with the table read, and it was only 30 minutes left, and it was at the last script, and it was really cool. It was a fun little venture, and Kenneth Nance has been done with his scripts for quite a while already, and his Vader impersonation, his Vader, I say he's more of let me see, how can I put it? He's more of Vader meets Mufasa in a way, like he's our daddy Vader. So that's pretty much a hint of what we're going with. To see then what else, and then there at the time when we had the table read, we did not have Deadpool at the time for the table read as far as the figure is concerned, but we did have a Funko Pop of one of the recent releases from Funko, the Deadpool mermaid, and Cole had a lot of fun. I say most, if not all, of my moments during the table read or whenever we're shooting or recording any of the dialogue, especially the scripts, Deadpool would literally, like his Cole's impersonation of Deadpool, like it literally just cracks me up all the way through, and I just love those moments. Just hearing the writing that we've developed and then hearing it through Cole is just it gets hilarious. So expect a lot of that from Deadpool. And then there's the table read when we die. Okay, this is the Terminator. Will Terminator be appearing? Possibly. There will be moments where we're gonna have cameos of different characters, and we had these figures. We did have these figures available. There is the John Wick at the time. Then we had some of the cameras there too. Ah, it was a lot of fun. I do miss the time we had doing the table read with everyone. This I think this was either the beginning of 2019. Yeah, this was the beginning of 2019, I believe. And we were planning to start shooting this in 2020, and then the pandemic happened. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it from the behind the scene photos. So cut that off. Hey guys, what's up? Okay, Sinister Mister. Sup, man? So pretty much, guys. For those of you who are joining in, we pretty much were discussing about Miniature Heroes, the project we're trying to get rolling pretty soon. Let me see. Did I have the picture? I still got the picture up. Okay, cool. So whoever's joining in right now thinks the picture. So that's the logo of Miniature Heroes. We got a lot going. We got a lot going. The sets are being built. And as far as more promotional is concerned, okay, beginning of 2020 was the. Oh my God, the beginning of was 2020. Oh my God, that's right. It was before the country closed down. That's right. We did the. This is Gabe right here. Yeah, we did the first table read on the 2020 of February, and then with the pandemic, March closed down. Then everything just got shut down for the project, and we were hoping to get this project rolling, through 2020, and then release it during the fall of 2020, or at least the beginning of 2021. But how things went, so everything was just shut down. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it. What else did I want to talk about this? Just to make sure I've got everything checked. Um, oh, the reason why we got so many Darth Vaders. At the time, I was trying to figure out which Vader I wanted to use for the project, and at the time, we only had I only had one Vader in my collection, and then I was noticing that the one Vader I did have in my collection, the Hottoys Darth Vader that I had in my collection, there was a problem with the actual posing capabilities on it on certain scenes that we were like test scenes that we were doing with it. So I decided to buy multiple Darth Vaders and test out their posability for certain angles, certain sitting and stuff to make it look more natural. And that's why I have several Vaders for either sitting or standing or fighting. So it's going to be a lot of fun with that. Boba Fett's the same way too. I got mostly the most figures, most body doubles I do have for the figures are freaking Boba Fett and Darth Vader, because they're more action oriented of the group. Deadpool, I do have one body double for that one, because I'm using both the Deadpool from the first one and then Deadpool 2. So we are using Deadpool 2 figure for the show, and then Deadpool 1 is going to be more towards some of the fight scenes that we're developing. Spider-Man, I am not sure what I'm going to do with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man, he just came out with he has right now his 2.0 suit. Originally, we had the tech suit planned, like in the pictures. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me see. I do have all the if I have all the Spider-Mans, not Spider-Man, but all the figures lined up. If not, then I'm going to pull up one of our actors that had Spider-Man with him. Actually, there you go. Next, give me a second. They're all these photos are popping up through the drive, so I want to make sure. Okay, cool. So this is a cool picture right here. This is a cool picture I want to show you guys right here. Okay, so originally, so this is the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. I have several Boba Fett's being used in the project, and then here's the Tech Suit Spider-Man. Originally, we were going to use the Tech Suit Spider-Man, and we might still use it. There's a way where we can use another Spider-Man just to hide the fact we're not using the tech suit, because I am considering using the 2.0 tech suit, and because it is available right now. At the time, the 2.0 tech suit was not available because it was from Far From Home, and at the time I only had the Far From Home promo edition tech suit. So as you guys know, it was the red and black for the tech suit 2.0. So I am interested in using the red and black version. So when we start shooting Miniature Heroes, if the red and black suit is in my possession, I will be using that for Miniature Heroes. That's no doubt about it. And then we'll switch around with the Iron Spider as well. I do like the Iron Spider suit as well. I'm probably going to use that as well. And then let me see. That's the Boba Fett right there. I actually just keep the picture right here. And then let's see how many Iron Mans. We only got one, and as in the show at the moment is the Mark 7. That's one of my favorite suits of all time. So that will be the suit that we will be using in the show, the Mark 7. And if anybody's asking, like, where does this story take place? The story takes place pretty much a multiverse line. A alternate reality line that takes place after Far From Home. So any event, currently that's what we wrote at the time when I was writing. Far From Home was out, so I was developing a story after that. And oh man, if Miniature Hero was out now, it would have set up pretty well with the whole multiverse thing that's happening with Loki. Man, but it is what it is. We didn't get to, but the thing is, what the cool thing about it is that the reason why I'm okay with the delays for the project is because I got so many more figures out, many more figures in my collection that we can use in the project. So that's pretty cool. Let me see. So another thing I wanted to say, I know Penny was asking this about third party figures and stuff. We are going to have like certain cameos happening throughout the 8-episode project. And like I said, I'm very excited with it. We are mixing universes together. So like I said, it's gonna be a bit kind of like red versus blue. It's gonna be a little bit of okay. What's happening, Nate? Oh, Michigan Jedi, what's up, buddy? How you been, man? Aloha, wepa. We were just talking about the project that we were working on. So let me just show the logo for it. I know everybody's coming in now, but it's a quick thing we were trying to get. We wanted to discuss with everybody else on the stream a while ago. It was only we did it on 5:30 for the stream because it was the time where Gabe can come in and talk about it. So you didn't have any restrictions around 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So this is the show we're developing together, Miniature Heroes. And Michigan Jedi, if you look at the logo, you can tell that there's certain characters that we're using that are going to be in the main characters of the story. And so, like I said, it's going to be a 8-episode. The first season is going to be 8 episodes. I think each season is planned to be 8 episodes, and we are planning for 3 seasons, and then we still have 5 more. Pretty much in development as far as like what we want to develop for the story for after. But the first 3 seasons are pretty much set up as what we want to try and achieve with Miniature Heroes. And so 8 episodes. I think the 2 longest episodes are going to be episodes 7 and 8. Episodes 7 and 8 are kind of like our big finale episodes where everything is going to go down. But most of the show is actually pretty much a comedy. It's another thing I could bring up. It's sort of like Star Wars or Marvel meets Seinfeld. There you go. That's another good one. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like sci-fi, or your uh, comic shows out there. How long before it starts? Um, so we're hoping to start production shooting wise in the fall, because things keep getting pushed back, delayed. But the thing is, as we keep pushing things back, more delayed, I keep getting more figures for the show. So that's the plus. But like I said, we're looking to start shooting in the fall. We were hoping to start shooting in the summer, but my 3D printer designer who's developing the sets for a project, he recently got his 3D printer, the printer that he wanted to use for the sets, and it got, and because of the pandemic, it pushed back the 3D printer that he wanted to use. So that was the unfortunate part. So everything got pushed back, and hey, I know. Every time I keep talking about it, it gets me aggravated, because I'm like, damn it, we could have had this up. We could have had this project shot and done in 2020, and we could have been on the first season of Miniature Heroes. So I'm hoping if we get things rolling in the fall, shoot wise, we should have it up maybe at the end of at beginning of winter, hopefully. Yeah, Sinister, I appreciate it, man. It's something of a passion project of mine, and I wanted to share it with Gabe and see if he was interested. He was on board with it, so he has a lot of the equipment he wants to work with. I got all the figures that we want to bring in for the show, um, and for those of you coming in who are pretty much questioning if this is going to be Patreon or join button, subscribe, stuff like that. There is going to be a Patreon, but we are not going to do anything as of now until we start rolling with the actual product. And then, because I don't want you guys to be so boring something that you don't even know, what we're putting out there. So that's what I want to do. And with that, you'll be able to see behind the scenes first with those who are patrons or join members. You'll be able to see the behind the scenes first, or the actual uncensored versions of these episodes. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, you saw the display I'm creating, building. I'm currently looking for some 3D printer items for it. Yeah, I've been hearing that because of the materials, it's for some 3D printers. It's like bit more expensive, with the lack of, I guess, the lack of access to these materials. So it's becoming quite expensive. But yeah, Miniature Heroes, we're gonna blend elements of stop motion and posing, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm hoping we get rolling. We are shooting our final episodes as far as like voice over work on July 31st. We're going to be finishing up with Deadpool, and we're going to be finishing up with Spiderman. We're done with Darth Vader. We're done with several other characters that are making their cameos. I still need to hit up on a few other cast members that I need to finish up, but because of the pandemic and stuff like that, and things coming back to normal, this is a great time to actually get back together again and get it rolling. But you dropped something. Yeah, guys, Paul Morales. Yeah, thank you. It's. I was hoping to bring in a few more guests, but at the moment, when the internet got cut off, Gabe, he got a little busy, but he did explain what was going on with the project, what we're planning to do. If you guys are interested, we might be doing some not unboxings, but figure reviews. But more so in the fact to show off the quality of what we're using for the project. So I am going to be bringing some of my figures over and just straight, promo work for what's going on. How big are the sets, and are the characters based on their movie counterparts? The sets are going to be pretty big. We got pretty much we got pretty much 3 sets that combine into one big set. So we can move the sets the way we want to create certain angles. So pretty much think of Seinfeld. Think of Cheers meets our heroes, Star Wars characters, Marvel characters, and based on their movie counterparts. Yes and no. I believe Spider-Man and Deadpool are going to be based on their counterparts, but in our own storytelling. But the one or two characters that we are going to take our creative freedoms with will be Vader and Boba Fett, because we're using pretty much them as our memes, as you will. We also have to record Red Skull. Yes, yes. Gabe will be playing our Red Skull and Tarkin, so we will be shooting those as well. Shooting the actual voice work for that. But back to Sinister's question. Like I said, so pretty much Boba Fett and Vader are going to be pretty much our meme characters, but they do have their own storytelling elements to share, and they're pretty much out of all the characters I've written so far for the first 8 episodes. Uh, Vader and Boba Fett are my favorites. I think I'm being very what's the word I'm looking for? Um, they're my favorites, and they were pretty fun writing. Deadpool is my other favorite. Yes, there you go. So Fett and Vader walk into the bar. That's pretty much miniature heroes. You pretty much right there. So Fett and Vader walk into this bar. Yes, pretty much. Like, Gabe, is that correct? Tell me I'm not wrong. That Sinister just told the story. Told pretty much the story of Miniature Heroes. There's more to it, but that's pretty much the comedy version of the story. There's drama, dramedy. There you go. It's a dramedy. Comedy and drama. So what about Captain Puerto Rico? Captain Picardi. Captain Picardi. If we were able to make a 1/6 Captain Picardi, maybe. But Captain Puerto Rico will be in the show as well. He's going to be popping up. But once I get the figure in, yes. Is there going to be a cantina scene? There is going to be a bar. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be a bar. So a cantina is pretty much a bar. So yes, there is going to be a bar. Um, um, as we progress with the story, maybe or progress with the production value of the show, we might create a 1/6 scale cantina for maybe certain scenes that have developed through the story. But yeah, there is going to be a bar. And I think my third favorite character is Deadpool. Spider-Man. As far as Spider-Man is concerned, he is our intro to this world. That's pretty much what I developed Spider-Man with, but he's pretty much the gimmick. As what's the warning for? Coffee with You're not wrong with Coffee with Killers. Oh my God, Gabe, who's the bartender? Tarkin. You know who is Sinister? Are you reading my mind? Sinister, who are you? Who are you, Sinister? Who are you? Chill, Sinister. Who is this? Invite Denobi 2 to have Baby Goo show up. Well, I'll talk with Denobi. I think if Denobi is interested to share his voice talents, we'll bring him in. So, because the thing is, most of the voice work has been done already. But if Denobi was interested, I'll talk to him. Original trilogy. It pays respects to original trilogy. But again, like I said, this is a multiverse where Marvel and Star Wars meets. So, So that's pretty much what we're going with this little multiverse that we're creating. And one of our characters, one of our main characters is Star Wars characters, Darth Vader and Boba Fett. But we're taking our creative liberties with them. But we are honoring them. We're not gonna go and pull a sequel trilogy moment where we take a character and just ruin their integrity. So that's not what we're trying to do. We're looking. We're still paying respects. Pretty much homage to these characters, but we are taking our creative liberties with them. MC. I was saying stop animation for the original three trilogies. As far as like the stop motion is concerned, it's going to be a mixed bag, but it's not going to be mostly stop motion. It's going to be here and there as we develop the story. So we'll take our pretty much our shooting liberties on how we're going to develop the stop motion, how far we're going to get into it, but most of it will be pretty much a motion comic. If think of how a motion comic works, but in more cinematic look, kind of like what anime does. So that's what we're working with Miniature Heroes. So as far as MC, I know. So I was saying, I think someone asking about Captain Bacardi. I know. I think I explained that we are bringing in Captain Puerto Rico. So a good analogy would be Lego Movie with Hot Toys. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's another good one. That's another good one. On Max Boba Fett, on Max Deadpool, on Max Vader walk into a cantina together. The three avocados. So I think if they ever do on Max, if they ever do the Return of Jedi Darth Vader, I definitely want to bring him in, bring that figure in. So please, no annoying songs. Oh no, we're not gonna go Disney. We're not going to Disney. Okay, we might have a we might have an episode where we were thinking about, with a lot of Comedy Zoo, they do like a sing along episode or something like that. Not sing along, but what's the one for? But we're not looking to get into that. It's not going to be a main thing. Maybe just one episode just for fun, but it's not going to be something that we are driving towards. This is going to be more a dramedy. So. But yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. We're just looking to get everything done with the sets. Let me see. So this is the Miniature Heroes. I think. Let me see. I did have some of the promotion work that we did together. Originally for Miniature Heroes. Let me see. So that's the logo. There's the Miniature Hero. One of the when we first was shooting this, well, not shooting, but when we first was developing the logos, there's some of the stuff that me and Gabe did. Gabe was working on some of the logos. We were trying to figure out the theme for Miniature Heroes at the time. There's the Mark 7 when we first developing these logos, and we did do Darth Vader as well. But these are one of the first. And then everything just got shut down after the pandemic, so we couldn't never get back together again to continue these promo images. But because things are opening up again, I am excited to come in and get right back on board. Get things rolling. Oh my God! Toss a coin to you. Toss a coin to your Mando. Star Wars Christmas special style. you need to use animated Boba Fett. Oh my god, that's a $500-$700 figure right there. I will work into trying to get that in. If we do a uh, anime Boba Fett moment, or anime Christmas special. Oh my god, Gabe, have you? We're gonna have to develop like a Christmas episode for Mystery Heroes, like maybe a season. That's the thing, though. As the story progresses, we're trying to figure out when that's gonna happen. So, yeah, that would be pretty fun. Not gonna lie, that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, so collector number one, great preview video, bro. I appreciate it, man. Everyone. Thanks to Gabe, because Gabe, he's been really, he's been developing his skills and getting all the equipment ready for this project. Once we're ready to shoot this, so and he really he wanted to show off what he's been working with, and that's the quality that we're going to be doing. And hey, and if you guys were asking, yes, we are going to be using the ACT for the ATACT for the show. You can use the animated Fett when the colors go all psychedelic. I was also planning to use the vintage Boba Fett as well. I do have the vintage Boba Fett as well, so I was thinking of using some colors with it. Because the color scheme it has, I was thinking of using it for in certain episodes. Okay, so I am getting the video. I did upload the video as we were previewing it, and yeah. So yeah, guys, if you have not seen it, if those of you who are coming in who have not seen it yet, let me see. See, is that the one? I want to make sure I'm going to the right video before I post it. Let me see. There you go. Go right here. Show the ATACT again while our talking. Yeah, I'll show it. I won't be playing the audio because it'll mess up the whole me explaining. How large are the sets in length and height? I'll say this much. Once complete, if it stands up, it's almost 3 feet tall. Let me see. It's 3 feet tall. How big are we? I remember Gabe wrote down everything that we were we had everything written down as far as like how high it's gonna be. The pretty much the set. The sets are gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be with we're gonna need room for these characters to be in it. So it's a 1/6 scale set for these 1/6 scale characters. So we were developing like the bar that we're developing. It's gonna be a 1/6 scale bar for the characters to be in. So we'd be able to play with some of the depth of fields within the bar, and also it's about the size of what I showed you. Okay. So that's pretty much what we were. And so Michigan Jedi, yeah, we're pretty much in the same frame of what the sets we're working with. So actually, let me pull the video up. Sorry, guys. I was just thinking, and then cut. Oh my God, Gabe, you're back.
I'm back.
You're back. I can't believe you're back.
From outer space.
Walk you find here.
To see that same look upon your face.
I should have changed that stupid lock.
I should have left your key.
Then one more second, you'll be back to bother me.
And now we go. Stomp on the floor. That's the ATACT that you loving all the more. Yep. That's what happens.
Oh God, that's funny. Oh God.
Hi, everybody. I'm back. You keep going, so I was like, you know what? Dinner was done. You know what? Let me hop back in for the last little bit and see what else I could try to add into because you're doing such a fabulous job. Look at those legs.
Yeah, sorry if you guys are watching this video again. This is for those who are just coming in. Yeah, they wanted to see what we're working with. Gabe, how long did it take you to develop the grime on this figure?
So the shooting time for setup and everything was about an hour. Took me about an hour to get everything set up, and when you go into the app, there's a track that you can put it on.
Gabe, look at this. What? Look at that.
That looks like a scene from Star Wars Battlefront. I'll take that. That is yes. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Yeah. Honestly, I almost pulled the sound effect for the AT-AT from Battlefront, but that it didn't match in well enough the way I wanted it to. So I was just, you know what? I'm not even gonna. I grabbed somebody else's sound effects that did a lot better. So maybe you can add some dust kicking effect while the AT. Yeah. So the next video featuring the AT-ACT is going to be a special effects preview / test, so I can get into that workflow because there is a whole other workflow for people who do special effects, adding in dust kicking up, adding in background, making it look like it's in a particular environment, adding the blasters being shot off of it. Yeah, there's a to make something feel realistic. There's a lot more work to do, and at some point I would love to find people who know how to do that work better than me, because that's a whole other workflow. Yeah. But yeah, I would love to put dust effects and all that other jazz. We have a whole, I think it was Humble Bundle, gave us like for $25 had a whole special effects package that was technically like $1,200 worth of special effects packages from like Video Copilot. And there's so many that I picked up that should also help with that as well. You guys are doing. You guys are doing things that I think of all the time. Great minds thinking. Yes. If you're in that area, we could use somebody helping. We'd love to have people come and help physically.
Yeah. I think on the set, talk about the workflow that we're going to have on set. Like once we start shooting.
So, workflow. I know, Annette. I was listening in, commenting a little bit here and there while I was gone. That we've got the set will be built out. We'll have green screen drops going around the set to add to different scenes. We've asked the set designer and builder to help us design the set in a way that we can break apart and take off walls so that we can get angles that we want without having to break the set, so to speak. I mean, in a real film set, especially in a studio space, any behind the scenes videos you guys look at where there's a building and it's on a stage, those walls, majority of the time, there are specific walls that are designated as fly walls. That's the term fly, so that they can fly away. They can move out of the way and you can get cameras in or you can get equipment in. If I remember correctly, on Jumanji 2, the big set for that, where there's like a fight scene, the dance fight, that had the ability to pull in a completely wheeled techno crane. So our thought process is we should be able to do the exact same thing, so to speak, with our set, but at 1/6 the scale. Everything is supposed to be 1/6 the scale. But when we get there on the day, Nat, along with any other posers, is what we're designating them as, people who help out with the posing of the figures and the set decoration. Nat will be working on and focused on whatever's in front of the camera, and we will already have a shot list and pre-visualization completed and finished after all of our voiceover work is completed at the end of this month, probably into August. That previs will help us figure out what shots we need to get, and then I will line up the camera along with whoever's helping me out for lighting, and Nat will be working on whatever's in front of the camera and the figures and props. We actually have 1/6 scale props. Thank you very much to my beloved Sarah. She gave us a whole bunch of Barbie toys to
oh my god,
add in there. Just cups, plates, high heels. there's a lot of little things that we'll be using that will be repainted, especially like the cups and stuff, so they don't look like Barbie toys, but they'll look like something else. Or they won't look like Coca-Cola bottles, they'll look like somebody else. And we'll be using those stuff. What about using matte paintings? Like, oh, good God, would I love to do a matte painting.
You know what's funny though? We are going to be doing a lot of old tricks with what we're looking we're working with. Yeah.
A lot of practical tricks. In fact, there is a show, a YouTube show that I really, really like called In Camera, where they even talk a little bit about shooting miniatures to help out your own productions. Let me see if I can find that and tag it and put it in here. But In Camera, they're a British production company. I really like their stuff. But I've gotten a few ideas from them. We've gotten ideas from watching the animes that we were fans of. It's just sort of ways to cheat around what we're doing. Let's see, what else did Exotic storyboard the whole thing?
Yeah,
render in previs. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, storyboarding. Previs will be using Cinetracer. Barbie and Aunt Brew with the blue milk. There is blue milk. We are talking about blue milk in certain parts of the episodes.
Let's see. Okay, this is the one I wanted to bring up. Boba Fett. If you guys were wondering about, the characters, Boba Fett in general is going to be the cool drunk uncle.
Cool drunk uncle. Yeah. Spider-Man is our straight man. If we're talking about character tropes, Spider-Man is our straight man because he's the one that I personally feel like a lot of audience members are going to connect with. Just viewing from his innocence is and what's happening around him through his innocence is going to be part of it. Single Songwriter says, one hell of a Justice League, or should I say Galaxy League?
It's we are playing with names. So
there's stuff there's stuff getting put together. Season 1 really is like the intro. It is really, really much so our introduction into our world. Season 2 and Season 3, I will say, takes where the story starts to develop in Season 1, especially towards the end. Because a lot of this is also us getting used to the workflow. Because a lot of people, honestly, like a lot of people other than myself who works on set constantly don't know this workflow. But once people start getting into the workflow and understanding how things get put together, it's gonna draw into itself toward the end of the first season, and then the story really ramps up in Season 2 and 3, which is how we've planned it from the beginning. What was it? Let's see. 808 Nate, I'll PM you with this stop motion video that got me started in the World War II figures. Ah, nice. Are you doing, I'm just curious, 808, are you doing like the larger G.I. Joes for World War II stuff? The 1/6 scale things with that? I'd be interested to see that. I like stop motion, but I feel like stop motion is too jerky for me personally. We will be using some of it. Some of it will have stop motion, especially during some of the main action sequences. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, or earlier when I was on, we'll be using an AI, an artificial intelligence, to ramp up the frame rate from either 24 or 16 frames a second to 12 to 16 frames a second. We'll be ramping up with an AI to 24 or 30 frames a second. And that AI helps smooth in the extra frames with duplicated images, technically, that help it feel less stop motion-y.
As far as Vader, I think he's our dad, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. He's
our dad.
How do we? I mean, yes, he definitely has a father figure type of like what is it, subtext to him.
Yeah, with a dark past though.
we make fun of what is technically canon now, which is why it jumps into parody. We make fun of our own of the shows that we already love. What did I used to collect World War II figures by Dragon, Did, and Soldier Story. Okay. Arrested Development and Beyond. A single songwriter said Arrested Development and Beyond. Oh, man.
I'm just going through all these photos, man. Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of photos. Thank you. Those photos and videos from our table read are thanks to Tharun Joji and his wife Sonia from Magnaview, which they have moved up to Pennsylvania now, which made me slightly sad. Miss you, buddy. Miss you. But yeah, so J Rex Entertainment, what's happening? We're just talking about the upcoming project, Miniature Heroes. Some of the figures that will be in the show are being displayed right now. You can go over on Geeking Out. There is a video currently up about with the AT-ACT as a preview of the quality of what we're trying to get, and sort of a little teaser as to where we're going with it. But yeah, that's pretty much where it's going without us diving too far into the storyline. I'm really looking forward to getting this show put together. Thought you guys were wrapping up. What happened to dinner? I walked away.
yeah. Gabe just walked away.
I walked away and got my son something to eat, and Nat kept going. So after my son got done eating, I was like, let me get back up there. And we were supposed to wrap up that 5:30 to 6.
Penny always brought this up in our streams. Like every time I say I'm going to end it, we're 20 minutes in already past the ending point.
That we're an hour and a half past where we said we would be done. It was a 5:30 to 6. That's what we discussed, and it's 7:30.
I wanted to keep talking about Miniature Heroes, man.
I love you, Dad. I couldn't leave you hanging out here, buddy. I couldn't leave you hanging. 20 minutes later. No, an hour and a half later.
Yeah, hour and a half later now.
Hour and a half later.
So, we are... I think I did mention it before. Stop motion, cool. Oh, that's the illusion. There you go. That's the illusion. It does look like stop motion, but it's not.
What, this? This is not stop motion.
Yeah.
This is not stop motion.
He thought this was stop motion. Yeah.
I kind of... that's just how the figure moves. That's an animatronic toy by Hasbro, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's by Hasbro who makes this toy. And it even fires a Nerf dart out of the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how the figure moves. It technically moves twice as fast as what you're looking at. I shot this at 60 frames a second and slowed the speed by half. This is a live feed of Andy's toys, obviously.
In some context, Rex Entertainment, this is a project we're working on for Miniature Heroes. This is our little project, our little baby that we want to get rolling pretty soon. Hopefully, we're pretty much finishing up with the voiceover work. So, and hopefully by the time that gets done, we get the sets done, and then we'll probably start shooting in the fall. And wow, we're already almost halfway through summer.
Yep. No way. Good job, Hasbro. Rogue One edition, I suspect. Yes, that's correct, J. Rex. That is exactly what it is. However, I asked Nat, because Nat owns this, I asked permission to weather it. So there is a weathering paint job on this particular model. So even if you were to go out and try to buy this figure, you will not have this weathering. The rust and everything that's on it, the darkened lines, it's actually really a lot cleaner. The figure itself is a lot cleaner than what.
How long did a weathering take?
Weathering took me about 2 days.
2 days. Okay.
And a lot of that is mostly weathering it and then drying and then adding another layer and then letting it dry, then adding another layer and then letting it dry. 2 days at about, I would say probably like a total of maybe 6 to 10 hours if we're gonna hours it wise. But yeah. And then what did 808 say?
You're just as bad as Hottoys this week, coming on and seeing this news. Because Hottoys is dropping all this news about their
right. Well, we gotta stay with the hype, I guess. I didn't even know that they had. Did I use Tamiya weathering effects? No, I did not. Honestly, I just used acrylic paints and some water. So and then sealed a lot of it in. Some of the blaster marks and things are just a little bit more of acrylic paint. I've used a lot of acrylics for my Gundam models, so that's really where I started with Gundam and painting miniature figures for some of my friends that do D&D and stuff like that. I've gotten better at weathering and painting figures. So because I liked some of the jobs that I've done on my own Gundam models, I asked Nat if I could do that with this. And he said, yeah, go for it. And it turned out looking, in my opinion, it looks so much better than what the original was.
And yes, everybody, if you guys are asking, this is not only a preview, this will be used in this.
This will be used. This is one of the vehicles being featured in the show.
Yeah, we are going to have multiple vehicles in the show for the first season. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, a lot of accessories. Gabe, I know we were talking about our what we're doing technically for Miniature Heroes as far as like directing, writing, the technical aspects of it.
Right.
As far as your take on the writing and story, tell me your thoughts. Pretty much, if you just sat down and read it right now, and I just gave you all the scripts, and you ended up, spending a day or two just reading it. How did you feel about it? Because like originally, you're just the editor. You're pretty much the editor and second director for the project. So.
Right. So listing wise, on our scripts, we've put it to where him and I both wrote it. The original story is by Nat. Nat came up with the storyline. Me and him have always bounced ideas off of each other since we got to know each other. What, like 10 years ago, Nat?
I think it's about 10 years now.
About 10 or 11 years ago?
10 or 11 years, yeah.
Yeah. So me and him have always bounced story ideas off of each other. And when he wrote these scripts, he handed them to me. He was just like, hey, what do you think? And to me, I was reading a lot of potential, as in like, Nat also has a lot of grammar issues. No offense or anything, buddy.
That's where editor comes in.
Your primary language is definitely Spanish. But besides the grammar, the storyline was pretty solid. So I thought it just needed polishing, in my opinion. The dialogue needed polishing because the dialogue for me did not feel natural. And even after I helped with the editing of those certain aspects, as far as the dialogue goes, we still let our actors even change the dialogue to certain respects so it feels more natural for them. That was our approach to it. But as far as the story goes, I love the story. It really kind of what's the best way to put it? The storyline really kind of goes into that the childlike aspect that I know I had when I was a kid, and then I'm pretty sure that if me and Nat were kids together, we would have been doing all the time. And it's just gonna be like two kids just playing, but with more adult-minded brains, because there's some language which will be originally bleeped or modified for the first airing so that it is welcoming to younger audiences. We're talking young adults, teenagers. I love the story. I'm really looking forward to how the story develops. There is this aspect that you can't do this kind of story unless you're doing animation or what we're doing. I don't even think that I could ever see this ever being translated into live action. I don't know how they would do that. That's a huge budget. So, J-Rex, so the show is using miniatures. Yes. Everything is miniature. What era are we in? We are in our own universe.
It's the story's taking place right after, if we want to, we're delving in more of the Marvel Cinematic Universe with a bit of Star Wars. So it's blending in a bit, but the story's taking place right after Far From Home.
How about this for it, Nat? It is the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Star Wars as a meteor crashing into it.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what other we got. Bacardi Nights again.
The Adventures of Bacardi Nights.
Not everyone can be alpha reader, much less a beta. Singles, people are just laughing. We got lots of laughter.
Yeah, people are laughing.
Laughter's not allowed. We don't allow laughter. Like this, the script we've written is a very serious story. There's no comedy.
It's a dramedy.
What is a dramedy?
Comedy meets drama.
A dramedy? Is there? I feel like the drama is instigated by a specific character, but because he instigates it, it causes comedy.
You're talking about Deadpool, aren't you?
I didn't say who. I'm not giving away the story here, okay? But yeah, sure, dramedy. It's definitely a parody of
Knights
everything.
of the Old Bacardi. Knights of the Old. You know, we need.
Man, there's a lot of Bacardi. There's a lot of drinking going on there.
We're gonna need 1 Cisco Bacardi bottles on set. We gotta have some 1 Cisco Bacardi bottles on set for Deadpool.
I bet you could find them.
Yeah, there's a lot of Corona bottles though.
What was the drink? There is a drink that's being ordered. What was that drink, Nat?
Wait, what?
The drink in the show. There is a drink that's being ordered. Do we need to add Bacardi? No, we can't add Bacardi because it is a brand name, and we have to get permission from Bacardi to add it.
Yeah,
but Bacardi is a vodka,
or
is it a rum?
Bacardi rum, yes.
Is it a rum? Bacardi's a rum. So is rum in the drink name?
Oh wow, Machine Jedi. He can find the bottles for us if he wants to.
1/6 scale bottles. I mean, heck, look, if any of you collectors out there have anything you'd like to donate to the show, not give us, but like if you have 1/6 scale Bacardi bottles,
ooh, this is a good question right here.
We'll take them as far as like for the show, and then we'll mail them back to you or something like that. Are you going to use new figures as they slowly get released by Hottoys or other makers? Or is it set and we won't see, for instance, a ton of clones and if and when they are made?
We are going to be using new as my collection updates with new figures, the show will update. And we're going to have a lot of clones at one point, so.
But I mean, there's yes, and it depends on the point in the show. Season 1, no. Season 2 and 3, there's a lot more potential for stuff. So that's if we can get there. So it's not fully, no. Season 1 is fully written and finished. Season 1 is currently in voiceover. We're doing our voiceovers right now and test footage. So the footage of the AT-ACT that you can see as our preview, that's sort of test footage. That's me playing around. And then we got special effects test footage coming up and more test footage / previews of some of the characters. In fact, there was now, do you have access to the test footage we did in, I think, at the end of 2018 or in 2019 of Strange?
Oh my god! Wow, I just remembered that.
Yeah, Mando, Exact Cars asked
let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, see if you can find that while I try to answer some more. Let's see. 808 says, I think Lobot could have a special appearance. I would love to have Lobot. Nat's favorite character of all time is Lobot.
Apparently he is.
Everybody knows this. In fact, if we can, I'd like to have an army of Lobots. Okay?
Please,
a Lobot army would be...
Please,
would be
no.
exactly what Nat needs.
Gabe, please.
And then Exotic Cars asks says, what about an appearance from Mando and Luke?
Oh,
you'll have to stay tuned to the show to see who other Star Wars characters make appearances, because there's some good ones. And they have very interesting character developments and roles as things go along. Let's see. 808 also says, don't be surprised if Hot Toys doesn't produce him. Lobot?
Mandalorian. No, or either Lobot or Mandalorian. Mandalorian's actually being... Mandalorian's is probably going to be teased, so he's probably coming out.
Can't you just technically create your own Mandalorian by taking a Mandalorian and putting his head sculpt on top of it?
By Mandalorian, they meant the Luke in Mandalorian show.
Yeah.
Like if Hot Toys is going to make a figure, but I already have like 3 Lukes over here, so so
it's
all right, you guys are ready?
Okay, so this was done. Jeez, when was? Do you have the data when I uploaded this?
I can't remember. Sorry, this is
us just doing. This was one of our first tests to see if this would be viable, and I've got a light and that's shooting off of his cannon, and I'm just moving the light around to see how it plays with the figure, and we were loving the catches of the light in the eyes, which we were not expecting. The rim light that's behind him, like I'm just moving the light around, so this is all. This was all captured in camera. Yeah. So this is also the kind of framing that we're looking at trying to get for our characters, especially when there's discussions. We want Iron Doctor Strange.
that is a figure that's coming out. So, pretty much, guys, if Hottoys makes it, it's going to be in the show.
Yeah, the Hot Toy portraits are insane. The reflections on them is great. Yeah, well, this was the first time I ever played around with a Hot Toy that Nat brought over. So Nat brought over Doctor Strange, and we just played with it. It like this, the shadowing on the eyes, like we were even,
right there.
We were even we were talking about, in order to show emotion with our figures, that we would play more with lighting to show different emotions and emotional ranges than we would with trying to rely on people's actual facial expressions. Now, if I start talking to somebody who can do some really good 3D animations and things like that, I know there are people who can animate this face. I know somewhere out there are people who can animate it, but that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And I don't know how we would get across that. We've even been talking about that we would hide mouths. If somebody had a mouth, we would hide the mouth, like with the cape. Hide the mouth so that we don't see the mouth moving. Or if we have characters that have masks over their mouth, that actually using special effects to make the jawline at least move a little bit so that we can animate those. Things to just make it more interesting and make the dynamics of the show feel more real, as if you were watching something. Again, I really want those moments, and I said this earlier, where somebody looks at it and goes, "That's a toy? That's a toy." And somebody go, "Yeah, that's a toy." And you're like, "Holy crap, that doesn't look like a toy. That looks like the real thing." Lighting is sick, guys. Thank you very much. I've worked
what's funny?
A lot to get that way.
You know what's funny? This is like our first test footage for
the
first Hot Toy.
Footage.
Yeah. With Doctor Strange.
And this is when you first started collecting too. I think you only had like 3 or 4 figures.
Doctor Strange was my third.
Yeah. So third figure. Okay. So Naked Gun meets Marvel meets Star Wars.
There is Naked Gun comedy. I'll give you that.
Oh, there is definitely a lot of that. Yes. We are big fans of. I'm a huge fan of Mel Brooks, as far as comedy goes, and I love the Naked Gun movies, airplane movies. So we do have a good bit of that kind of comedy, quick-witted, quick humor. Some of it's even, if you're not paying attention, you're not gonna know that it happened. We have them deliver their dialogue from behind, like Leia. And
like over the shoulder?
No, guys. You're joking about that. If that's a joke, you're joking about it, but we're actually doing that.
We're actually...
Because we want to make sure we don't want to break that... We don't want to break that wall that much.
Yeah, we don't want to break the realism.
The realism. Deadpool will be breaking the wall, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And that's a given.
I think that's every episode he just breaks the fourth wall.
He breaks the fourth wall. And there will be certain moments, because they are toys, that we will break the fourth wall.
Oh my god, Blazing Saddles Star Wars. Oh my god. Now I will say this. I was more Naked Gun with mine, with the original writing. Then when Gabe came in and we edited it out, he was adding more Blazing Saddles stuff. So if you're a Blazing Saddles fan,
that style of humor,
there's gonna be moments like that in the show. We might even, like, for only Patreon members, certain scenes might not ever make it to the actual releases because they're that. What's the one only for?
They're more adult. They're more adult.
Yeah.
Not like pornographic or anything, but more adult as far as the humor type. Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Get some flame flickering going on the sword, and that would be devastating. So, speaking of flame flickering, the little lights that are behind me. Let me grab one. These are, if you guys are trying to do your own photography and stuff like that for your figures, The Aperture MC lights are amazing. You can get what's called the Sidus Link app. Which one is this one? This one is... Oh, do I not have a... Oh, this is Legolas. That's right. I named all my lights after... well, all the little lights are after Lord of the Ring characters. But for these, we can completely control all the lights, dimming up, down, or up and down. It's full color palettes, so I can control the light type. We can go into the special effects, and this is all through my Sidus Link app. Let's see here. Somebody said fire. I can go to fire effects, and I can change it to fire, and I can pull down the intensity, speed up the frequency, and now I've got a fire effect. There's different types of effects that you can do, and I mean, if I wanted to color this, I could put color gels over it, and then you can have different color effects in that as well. If you want to buy one of these, I believe they're about $100. I think it's $100 on B&H Photo or Amazon B&H.
Yeah, you have the link. Comment it towards me, and I'll leave the comment on the comment section.
These are great little lights. Because everything for us is 1/6 the scale, these act a lot like RE S60s. If you guys know film lights, these are amazing. I love these lights. I have used aperture lights on an Amazon feature just recently with my gaffer Chase. We had a 12 kit of these on set, and I mean, these are amazing. Yeah, I'll grab that. You can get a four light kit. You can get a 12 light kit, and you can get these individually, and they're really good lights. I love these. Let me get that link for you.
All right, let me finish up this video real quick. I'm saying, I think
let me finish this video an hour later.
Yeah, an hour later.
Gabe Nat, can you drop the link for those lights? Yes, I will definitely drop the link for those lights. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about lighting, cameras, gear, all that jazz, like that is a very simple and easy thing for me to talk about. I love talking about it all the time. That's my world. $90 at B&H. $90. Copy. Paste. I'm pasting it to you, Nat, right now, and I'm gonna paste it in the chat.
All right, cool.
Right in the immediate. $90 for a light. So, I think for the 4 light kit, it's $500 because you're getting a case that charges them in the case, which is really nice.
So yeah, a lot of stuff you guys are saying, like, effects and all that, we are going to have that in play for Miniature Heroes. Especially when we're having them getting faced off against certain characters. Like, pretty much their abilities and their way they fight, we're going to try and do our best to replicate that in the show when it gets to those moments.
Yep. And there's going to be some people fighting in particular ways I'm pretty sure you guys couldn't even guess about. There's going to be some matchups that people that we as kids definitely would have done as kids, but now that we get to actually put it in film. Get ILM to do the special effects and Foley. I would love to work with ILM, especially with we even talked about whether or not we should be doing green screen going around the set, or if we should just pick up 2 curved 4K monitors.
Yes, we did talk about that.
And have them go around the set and do
like Mandalorian.
Like Mandalorian, and do like the Void.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the Void, the Volume, and do our own little volume type of thing. We talked about potentially doing that, but that seems like it's going to get kind of expensive, and I don't have a lot of friends that work with Unreal Engine and could actually help us put all that together. Because there's also an aspect of how, that's my phone. There's also an aspect of how what do you call it? How depth of field works in the void, or sorry, the volume. Everything is synced in through virtual reality in the volume, and when they rack focus, meaning that they want to focus on Mandalorian and then maybe they want to focus on somebody who's behind him, the depth of field on that rack of focus also happens virtually in the volume's background. When the camera moves, the camera's perspective changes the volume's perspective so that it matches what the camera should actually see in real life. It's mind-blowing how ILM actually puts all that together. They've actually reversed the digital process, so you no longer have to create the world after you've shot it with the green screen. You can create the world beforehand and then put it into it before you ever shoot it. So, all practical effects, no CGI. There will be. Here's the thing with CGI and practicals. It really depends on the level of blending. If you can blend everything together really well, practical effects look amazing, but they can also look very cheesy. And the same goes with CGI. If it's not appropriate where the CGI should be placed, it can just look cheesy and out of place. And a really good example of that is Mad Max. Go look at the behind the scenes of Mad Max and how CGI worked in that movie, and where it was appropriate to put CGI in versus keeping the practical. And you guys will see some amazing work and how CGI can actually really, really benefit. So it just depends on how you're shooting everything. But yeah, I don't know what else to keep going on about, Nat.
Oh yeah,
it's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know it's almost 8 o'clock. Ooh, oh wow, this let me see. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me see how long that video is. If the video's too long, then I'm not gonna consider watching it with you guys. Let me see. Just to give them an idea of. Okay, I wanted to see if people wanted to watch Coffee with Killers with us.
Oh, I would definitely link it, Nat. Do you want me to Coffee with Killers?
Let's put up. Let's just put up one scene, just one moment with.
Okay, Coffee with Killers is definitely the prerequisite with where this started. Wouldn't you say, Nat? Coffee with Killers is where originally we had this whole concept of just sort of in a bar, crazy things happening. Definitely really started, and we worked with people who did cosplay for Coffee with Killers. Man, that was I know I brought that up earlier. Is that why you were looking that up, to try to figure out how to introduce it?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna just show a few minutes. As they're sitting down and they're talking.
Right.
The idea was that Vader and Boba Fett were coming back together again after so many years from the original trilogy, and they were just getting back together again.
For coffee.
That's pretty. For coffee. And then. We were thinking of developing sort of a series where they're in a bar and they're just enjoying their time. The idea of Cheers, but with Star Wars.
No. The idea was riding in cars with comedians that Jerry Seinfeld does.
That's right.
Where he picks up a buddy and then goes to gets a cup of coffee with them. The idea was that, but with Boba Fett and Darth Vader.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get nostalgic, man.
It's already nostalgic. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so old. This is so long ago. We have so much more equipment now, Nat. It's kind of ridiculous how much more equipment we have. And Ro, our guy who is our Boba Fett, Ro Gerals, was also our Boba Fett in this one, as far as voiceover. Is this on the Geeking Out? Is this in the Geeking Out channel?
Yeah, it's on the Geeking Out channel.
That's your brother-in-law.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is. We did use real actors for Coffee with Killers. We are not using real actors for Miniature Heroes. Miniature Heroes is all 1/6 scale Hot Toys and Sideshow figures and things like that. It's all 1/6 scale for Miniature Heroes. This was our first attempt for sort of what later became the concept for Miniature Heroes. It still looks good though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Nat. It still looks decent.
The Sarlacc died.
You guys should really go and watch this if you want to see what me and Nat originally started trying to do. Now these cosplayers, are these both Ebony Warriors?
This is Ebony Warrior.
Ebony
Warrior cosplayed as Boba Fett.
Right.
And then my buddy, he played Darth Vader. And then Ebony Warrior did play the voice of Darth Vader as well.
Because he also had that deeper register, yep.
Yep.
And then we had Ro Gerals who voiced Boba Fett.
Yes, and Ro Gerals is coming back. If you guys wanted to have an idea of
what a Boba Fett sounds like, what our Boba Fett sounds like, you could definitely watch Coffee with Killers, and you'll get a good idea of what our Boba Fett will sound like.
So,
oh man, the nostalgia. That was. What year was that, Nat? What year was that? Was that 2016?
2016. Was it 2016? Yeah, I think it was 2016. It was before the
What's your upload date?
That's right.
Just look at the upload date.
Damn it. 4 years ago. 2017.
2017. Okay. And we shot that at a little restaurant. We got permission from the restaurant. What was that restaurant's name? Do you remember? I bet you it's in the description.
Kirby G's.
Kirby G's in McDonough, Georgia. Kirby G's. We just walked in and we talked to the owner and we asked him if we could have permission to shoot there in one of their back room areas, and and he let us, and we actually ordered our catering for the crew that day for him, so that was sort of our little deal. And of course we mentioned him in the comments, and he also did a little promotion at the time. But yeah, that was wow, man. And shout out to Halo Union for helping out with that as well. They came and helped out.
Oh yeah. Nathan and Ben, they were great.
Yep. And they also did our visual effects, because in the beginning did you show the beginning of that?
You want to show it? Okay,
just the beginning.
But the thing is, I gotta because that thing got copyrighted, because of the audio. So we're gonna have to watch it without the audio in the very beginning. Yeah, in the very beginning, we're gonna have to cut the audio though. That's the thing.
Because we did use the, I think, the Empire's theme in the beginning.
Yeah, so
of that.
We'll show off the beginning of Coffee with Killers.
Yeah, Coffee with Killers, the prerequisite for Miniature Heroes. But now Miniature Heroes Coffee with Killers is downgraded to miniature size. So,
all right, give me a second.
And if we ever, Nat, they have 1/4 scale, right?
Yeah, we have. They have 1/4. Hot Toys does do 1/4 scales. Why?
Okay, so if we ever move up to, since the 1/6 scale are miniature heroes, if we ever move up to 1/4 scale, then it's got to be fun size heroes.
Fun size heroes. That's funny. All right, so we'll show you the intro, but the music got copyrighted. So
execute order 16.
So guys, right here, this is the opening of Return of the Jedi. So Nathan and Ben, they added the moon. They replaced the Death Star with an actual moon.
With Earth's moon, because this all takes place on Earth. Yeah, that's Luke. That's George Lucas's stuff. That's not our. That is ILM right there. That's not us. I wish I had the quality for doing that kind of work.
So
Boba's waiting.
So the funny thing is with this scene. Okay, so that's the Slave One. Okay, the funny thing is about this scene, we never shot this scene.
No, we didn't.
We did not shoot the scene. We shot this same scene. We needed a moment where Boba Fett was chilling at the bar before Vader got to the bar.
Right.
We never shot that because every time Boba sat down or was sitting, he was with Darth Vader. So, Gabe, explain what you did.
So I took a moment I took a moment while we were rolling before Vader sits down, and I think I only had like 5 seconds of it or something. It was a very short moment where I had to take it and then flip it. Like I duplicated it and then flipped it. So whatever movement he does is just like he does something and then he does the reverse of it. It's just me adding more to it so it looks like he's waiting for Vader.
So we got the Slave One, then we got the Targaryen shuttle flying off, and then that was good.
Yep, and then Vader walks in.
Now pretty much, this is pretty much.
This is part of that. This is part of that progression of. Riding in cars with coffee, comedians in cars getting coffee, where they would actually show the coffee being brewed. So that was our transitions to help us go between two different scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is with the Boba Fett helmet, Ebony, his unfortunately his
the targeter.
The targeter,
targeting
right?
antenna, yeah.
Yeah. It broke during
production
travel. During travel.
Oh, travel. So, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it added more character to it. So every time we did cut or took a break, we just put it right back.
We put it back, but it would fall back down.
Yes.
So we left the inconsistencies. We're going to leave it. Excellent costumes. Yeah. The people. These are people who do cosplay.
These are the 501st.
Yeah.
These are the 501st members. Yeah.
Yeah. So we brought them in because we also don't need to see anybody's faces or anything like that. So we let them show off, and we're not doing any action scenes, which is one of my biggest things with people who do cosplay with action scenes is that they don't do battle damage because they can't afford to do multiple versions of a costume.
And if you guys notice, this is this is what I want to bring up. My buddy who owns the Darth Vader costume right here. This is the helmet, the dome helmet, everything. Well, let me pause it when it shows it because I want to. He always told me this fact. The helmet, everything here, everything else is a duplicate, right? But this one was actually made from the original mold. The helmet and dome was made from the original mode of the New Hope Darth Vader. Everything else is all duplicate. This is a New Hope Darth Vader, but the actual helmet and dome, like he got it made from the original
mold. Yeah,
that's
right. We even had that. I think we had that Darth Vader for Shadows Within too when we were trying to get that off the ground.
Yeah,
we've been trying to do a lot of stuff together and collaborate together for a long time, guys. Like this is not new for me and Nat. But yeah,
man, watching this brings me back when we were shooting this. Yeah, we had so much fun that day. We did it so quick too, man.
One day of shooting.
Not even a day. We had like what?
6 hours.
6 hours.
We had 6 hours to hold till that same room was being used for somebody else. So we had 6 hours to shoot here. And yeah, we managed to shoot everything in 6 hours.
Everybody, I am gonna let this play here. I'm gonna go back to the sound, right? Because this is very funny. But don't worry, Vader's ain't gonna be like this in Miniature Heroes. This was Vader doesn't get this emotional, or this childish here. But I'm just letting y'all know, don't have this Vader based off that. It was more like what we're playing around with it. See how
F in the chat for Slave 1. Yep.
Yeah.
Slave 1.
All right, ready?
I can't hear that if it's coming through.
Oh wait, that's right. All right, give me a second. Let me remove it. I want everybody to hear it. So I think I shared it and I didn't have the audio. That's what happened. Okay, so let me click on the audio and then click on Mission Heroes. Copy Killers. Alex, what's up?
We're just reminiscing on what led up to Miniature Heroes, which is what we're currently working on.
So Miniature Heroes, remember guys, this is going to be a 1/6 scale project.
Miniature
Heroes. This is pretty much life-size people here that we shot. That is actually
people. These are 1-to-1 scale.
This is 1-to-1 scale people. Okay, so this is going to be this is pretty much the precursor to what we're developing with Miniature Heroes.
These are 1-to-1 scale. You don't understand how expensive these figures are, okay? These 1-to-1 scale.
All right, you ready?
With full articulation.
I've been continuing bounty hunting, but the industry in this planet is quite different.
How so?
While I tried working with this dog guy, there's this big rule on not using rockets, blasters, disintegrations, anything that would kill my target.
Really?
I know. It's not like I was killing any pregnant women. No. That's not what I meant. I'm so sorry. Is there anything stronger than coffee we can get him? It's fine. It's fine.
Yes, Vader is crying.
Let it out, Darth. Let it out.
Boba Fett just keeps pouring his alcohol.
It's okay. I know all about loss. My daddy lost his head there for a bit. It's crazy. I'm so sorry. How are you even crying? Do you even have tear ducts in your eyes? Do you want me to be Big Spoon?
Oh my god.
Do you even have tear ducts anymore?
That was mean.
So, did you end up watching the Star Wars movies?
Well, of course. What kind of father would I be?
All right, now. you gotta save some of it for them to go back and watch.
Ben,
Yeah.
with his newly found empire.
There you go.
Strong.
There you go.
No disintegrations. Yep.
Oh my god, this was a fun project.
I can only imagine what it would be like if we shot it now with all the advances in our technology and the equipment list that we have.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Which is where Miniature Heroes is going with it.
Yeah.
So
I remember, when we were on set, we were actually reading the scripts, and then our actors were,
Yes, so because the actors can't look at the script, and we didn't. And these actors, the physical actors in the costumes right now are not the actual voiceovers, except for the guy who's physically in Boba. The guy who's physically in Boba Fett is our voiceover actor for Vader. Me and Nat were off camera reading the dialogue, and they were acting it out. So when we got into post, we just had our ADR, our dialogue that was already post-dubbed, and we just put that on top of whatever the actors were doing. Singer-songwriter. Oh, funny stuff. No disintegrations. Just doing the same thing, man. You guys, yeah, this is Can you catch us up on the whole? What is this vehicle? Oh, was the vehicle? Oh, okay. If you're just now joining in, go ahead and let's go back to the vehicle real quick, Nat.
Wait, which vehicle? Where we
Sean C. Sean C. said, "Can you catch us up on the whole? What is this vehicle?" Which we can change the title to now because we know what the vehicle is.
Oh,
the AT.
Oh yeah, the AT. Oh, that's right. That's how we titled the video for the AT-ACT. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see. We got 18. Let's see, 15 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta start getting ready to go in a minute.
We actually have to wrap it up now, Nat.
Yeah, I can't believe this. We
So
were
bringing
just
us back
we were
full
just having
circle.
we were just having so much fun.
Yeah, I know, right? Coffee with Killers was not only inspired by Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee by Jerry Seinfeld, but nerd-esque. But it was also after our first attempt at trying to do a fan film, which was called Star Wars Shadows Within, which, other than the promotional video, didn't really get off the ground just because we couldn't get a budget. But now that has all led us up to where Nat has collected all of his figures, and they've combined together to all of this stuff is combined together in our storylines to create miniature heroes. And the what is this vehicle was part of our preview / demonstration of how we're going to shoot miniature heroes at 1/6 scale, with the lenses and everything that I've collected in Nat's figures. And
okay. So before we head out, we'll just watch this one more time.
We really want your guys' views on what it looks like, so please make sure to go over to this video itself. If you guys are excited about it, please share. You know, all the stuff you guys already do and are amazing at in the first place. But this is the AT-ACT and how it's going to be one of our featured vehicles in Miniature Heroes. And the quality of this video is higher at a 1080p, so when you go over to the video itself, you will be able to see the higher end quality versus what Nat's able to stream as we're live.
So yeah, and if you guys are interested in watching the complete Coffee with Killers, just look up Coffee with Killers, but with a K, and it's just Darth Vader and Boba Fett just clinging their cups together as best bros for life. Oh, and that's pretty much the theme with miniature heroes with Vader and Boba Fett. They're best bros.
They're best bros.
They're best bros for life. Bros for life. So, if you guys were wondering the idea of what we're going with Vader and Boba Fett in miniature heroes,
single songwriter put Miniature Heroes Celebrity Wrestling Match, stop motion extravaganza.
Wow. Are you reading our minds now, single songwriter?
Let's just put it this way: it's not like wrestling match per se, but there is some moments of pitting heroes against each other. Oh man!
And then we're gonna have the big finale with episode 7 and 8. So, episode I was either considering just how things progress. Episode 7 and 8 might be a one big movie if we wanted to do that, because the 7 and 8 are the longest episodes. So it's
single songwriter says, "LOL, I am tuned into the Force with you." Oh man, yeah. Some of you guys have been pretty. I would say you've been very, very close to some of your predictions already. I can't tell you which predictions are spot on, but there are some that are pretty close. So.
I think that's a good thing, because a lot of these guys, our viewers, they probably are excited to see what they think is going to happen, and that's why they're just predicting these things. And I'm
excited to show you guys what's going to happen.
Yeah. So. But anyway, guys, it's 8:19. This should have been ended at 6
o'clock.
But I kept pushing it, so I'm gonna have to go to work. Now I have a lot more energy now since yesterday, so I just wish I had this same energy that I had yesterday, because yesterday I was just I'm sorry about that, guys. I could not go to bed after I woke up at freaking 7 in the morning, even if I it was just stupid. Let me just go through the comments before we end it. Awesome guys. Love how this stream went. Very intimate, yet for the followers, it paid off. No, thank you, Chauncey. Big Dog Pot 1, take it easy. Later, folks. Hope to see you. Hope to see some explanations.
Yeah. Are we? Well, probably not next week. Next week I have a vacation, but the week after, Nat's probably going to be coming over, and there might be a live stream of us doing some more test footage and stuff of the figures of the characters. So stay tuned for that.
More explosions.
Like, subscribe. Explosions. There will be explosions.
That's what you meant. I hope to see some explosions.
Oh, you'll see some explosions.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man.
Yep, this is gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, please remember to check out Miniature Heroes over at Facebook. Of course, we'll be posting this stuff on the 1/6 scale side of things, the Geeking Out side of things. Archetype is the production company, so if you want to see more of the behind the scenes stuff, that's going to be a lot of that behind the scenes stuff is going to be over at Archetype, where a lot of the production, finalized products and things will be with Nat. So. Yep.
Ready for Sideshow Con. There's still a couple new surprises, I'm sure. I think we might see a few more figures popping up at Sideshow Con. I don't know why would Hottoys not have at least 1 or 2 figures. I think there's maybe Mandalorian Luke that's being thrown out there. Mandalorian Luke. So it's going to be interesting.
Yep. All right. Aloha, everybody. I saw somebody say aloha. So I'll check you guys later. That Island Blood over right here, bro. Island Blood.
We all got some Island Blood somewhere. But anyway, sorry, Nate. This is my Bacardi take. But all right, guys. Anyway, guys. As always, remember we're just simple collectors trying to make our way in this Hot Toys galaxy and universe, and filmmakers. So we got this project, we got rolling. Hoping that it does pan out. It's like I said, we just got hit with the pandemic almost a year ago already. So it just puts it back. But the thing is, we're getting things rolling. So I'm hoping that we get this out to you guys.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right. Later, guys. May the weapons be with you always.